everybody. How you all doing on this? It's a beautiful Sunday out there. I don't know about how it is for you all, but here in North Texas, it's not too hot. There's a nice wind in the air. It's pretty awesome. I'm sorry about the late stream. I was hoping to start at 2, but things got dragged out this morning, and I didn't get back till about 4 o'clock. So, but anyway, I'm here. But Bishop, good to see you, buddy. Iceman, good to see you too. How you doing? Cool, but than that, it's perfect. Yeah, see, same here. How was the kayaking, by the way? I remember you saying the other day you were going to be looking into doing some kayaking. Not sure if you did it today, but okay. So, catching up with these Season 2 characters, they have not been having a good time. Oh, 7 streak. Hell yeah, Iceman. Thank you so much for keeping up, bro. I can barely read that. We took a... LITTLS? What was that? I swear my vision's getting worse. Well, so yeah, so we, Season 2 characters ain't doing great. They just aren't. A little dip while in the kayak almost sank because I almost lost one of my fishing. Oh. Yeah, I remember canoeing and people not understanding how balancing works in a canoe when you're standing up. Like trying to dive into the water from the canoe, and the way they would do it would cause the the canoe to definitely tip over. So yeah, again, Season 2 characters haven't been doing too well. Not gonna lie, my faith in them is they got too much going on, and I keep telling myself maybe I should retire them and start with some new characters, but I'm like, let's just keep going, see what happens. It's just I gotta admit, I feel like these characters are dragging to me because it's just now Hoshoryo's dead. We have only 3 characters. I didn't create any new characters for today. I was hoping to create a Tredaran veteran and put him into the party, which I might actually have one. I have to input his information on the stream though, and that takes almost like 15-20 minutes to do, so. Or I can just pull the paper out. I think he's level 2 though. Level 1 or level 2. But anyway, we'll take a pass on that. It wouldn't hurt the team bringing him. And it wouldn't really hurt him either-ish, except that they're all level 4 or 5. I think they're level 4. So they'll be getting elite abilities on enemies. So yeah, he'll get his ass kicked. Another thing too is that we are missing a close combat character, which maybe I could bring a Season 1 character in. I didn't think about that. I could bring some older characters in just to replace them for the meantime. I might do that until we can get Hosho back. We can always say that maybe, like I said, somebody from Season 1 probably can come in and help them. Okay, so as we stated earlier, Hoshoryo actually died. He ended up getting 2 of the exact same, I think, injuries, and that was it. That kills your character. So we need to find a church or a shrine to actually bring them back to life. So that means we need to go back to Normal Town. Luckily, we got everything we needed from Barter Town. Like, we got the upgrades on the pistols and everything, so now we can kind of ignore Barter Town. It still has some really badass stuff, but it's so dangerous. So what we're gonna do is, to get out of here, I'm either thinking of doing the Ghost in the Dark mission. Tired of doing Missing Patrol. We've done it a few times with this character group, so I'm thinking we might just do the Ghost in the Dark. Yeah. Yeah, we might do Ghost in the Dark. It's a very difficult mission. Ghost Warriors are the absolute flippin' worst. They get so many benefits. But anyway, we might look into doing that mission. If I can navigate this properly. There we go. Okay. The unfortunate thing is that this mission requires you to be on a canyon map entrance, which would make sense. The general rules for Bartertown was that you can start pretty much anywhere, any starting location. D&D bros, hey, it's Sunday. What are you all doing here? Also, we need to get together and discuss character creation if you all want to jump in on this. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what mission I want to do, and not doing great. Lost a character last time, so now I'm like, haven't set anybody up for this, so I just have 3 characters to play some difficult missions on, but hey, whatever. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do Ghost in the Dark. If that kills these characters, then oh well. I've been wanting to do a team up game anyway with the Vikings or the Conquistadors. So, or the Triarans, might bring them back. Anyway, D&D bros, how y'all doing? And let me give some shouts here.
We're gonna go back downtown. Fuck this game.
Oh, that was good.
Option A, shot in the face. Option B, shot in the chest.
Yeah, everybody, I highly recommend. If you haven't already, check out the D&D bros. They're 2 really great guys. I've known Devin for since college. And Dustin is actually like both 2 of the coolest people ever. They have a really, really funny and fun, entertaining stream. They've been playing. I've been watching them play. Was it Red Dead Redemption and all that? Again, really great community, great people. Highly recommend following them. I am looking for my card camera. There it is. Okay, yeah, there's the green fuzz. All right, so this is what we got going on here. Ghost in the Dark. I need to get rid of that glare. All right, so we're not going to read all that part yet. We'll read this part. As you enter town, the locals are working on rebuilding broken doors and smashed windows, carrying the bodies of fallen townspeople through the streets to be loaded onto the carts already overflowing. They look at you with a mixture of exhaustion and suspicion. We were hit again last night. They always come at night like ghosts in the dark. They're Indians, to be sure, but they fight like creatures possessed by the devil himself. And they're painted all white and black. I think they're coming out for old Foster's Canyon. There's some abandoned old mines up there. But folks around here... Okay, so this is... Technically, we're in the flippin'... we're in Bartertown. So... this wouldn't be the Old West. But anyway, continuing. But folks around here are saying they're haunted and nobody's got the guts to go out and check. If somebody don't do something fast, the whole town is going to be dead or scared off. Could it be Satan? Time Roller! How you doing, buddy? Another one I highly recommend everybody. If you love board games and a whole variety of board games, Time Roller is the guy to watch. He's got a wonderful stream.
Free kitty alert.
And an adorable cat. Cats. So I don't think we're gonna survive this mission, but we'll give it a try. Setup. This mission starts in the canyon entrance tile, which we have set up. So I guess what happened was the characters lost Hosho and went back through the original portal that brought them to the Blasted Waste. So we're back in the canyons where we were, I believe, before we went to the Blasted Waste. Maybe? Question mark? Anyway, this mission starts on the canyon map tile. Other than beginning the game on the canyons, all heroes start on the entrance tile per usual. I don't know why I read that. The heroes must find 2 old mines that the Ghost Warriors are using to strike out from and clear them out. Old mine entrances. While in the canyons, anytime a map tile has more... I need to fix the camera lighting. While in the canyons, anytime map tile has more than one open doorway, for example, for multiple door icons on the exploration token or T-junction or cross-map passage. Oh. Well, here's a good time to actually have pathways. One of the doorways is automatically a mine entrance. End cap leading into the mines. Okay, so that's cool. So if there's more than one doorway on an exploration token, we have a T-junction or a cross path, then chosen randomly, one of them is a doorway, as a mine. Okay. Cool. Here I am. I'm like I'm pressing on the screen like, why isn't it scrolling down? I'm like, oh yeah, hello. It's a freaking card cam, Tony. Clues in the canyons add extra doors. Clues found while in the canyons add an extra door icon to the exploration token. Okay. That kind of evens it up on this, because I'm using the 8 token set on the stream, so since half the tokens are clue, half are not, that kind of balances this out. I was a little bit worried about that earlier. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work with the new tokens. No gates. Okay, that's fine. For this adventure, all gates count as normal doors. Objective Dread. For this mission, any growing Dread cards currently in the stack are resolved and then discarded when each growing Dread card below are discovered. Ooh. Objectives. Find the old mines. Whenever the heroes find one or more mine entrance end caps. I don't have those, but I do have a substitute for that I printed out because 3D printers are badass. And I need to fix mine. Cigars. If you all remember that reference. But yeah, I can use this. You can't even see it. But anyway, we can use this bad boy here to kind of just connect a canyon tile to whatever. I was actually planning on using these for the journey part of the game I was working on. And I still have all the cards and everything ready. Well, not ready, but I built all the cards, how they look and everything. I just need to add more because I need more. You know how it is. I got like, I think 12 cards done, and I'm like, I need more than that. Need more variety. But another thing too is I could build them in and just add more as I go. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Okay, so anyway, thinking out loud. So whenever the heroes find one or more entrance style caps, they have discovered the entrance to one of the 2 old mines that the Ghost Warriors are hiding out in. Each of these old mines is a small abandoned mine shaft that the Ghost Warriors are using as a hideout. Every map tile in the old mine has exactly one open doorway. Every map tile in an old mine has exactly one open doorway. Okay, so it just keeps going. All other exits on the map tile are blocked off, so we have to roll randomly on multiple. This is weird. How's this gonna work? Do exploration tokens actually do anything when you're in a mine? Clearing out the ghost layer. I need to reread that. That's weird. Alright, so clearing out the Ghost Warrior layer. Dread objectives. First clue icon found on each old mine represents the location of one of the Ghost Warrior layers as a Dread objective. When you find a layer map tile, ignore any door gate icons on the token as the room has no exits, and resolve all growing Dread cards currently in the stack, in addition to the normal encounters or attacks on the exploration token. I'm sorry, in addition to? In addition to. And it includes an extra attack with the following. Why did I choose this mission? This is bad. Yeah. We'll deny that. Okay, so 3 to 4 players. Okay, I'm gonna definitely not add elite abilities to these guys because we are a man down. Once all the enemies on the board have been defeated, the heroes have cleared this mine out and must return to the surface canyons to find and clear the second mine. Once both old mines have been cleared, the mission is a success. What's cool is that the rewards are actually super good. I know a couple characters on the team who need sanity. So, I'm nervous. Let me see if I can find a character to help. I got dozens of characters. If I can just find somebody who's level 3 or higher, I'd be happy. Oh, I have a drifter I could use. No. And the knights are not really high enough for that. Level 1, level 1, level 1. Get another outlaw. A lot of characters that... Oh, that's right. These all, like, seriously, this stack of characters dates all the way back to 2014, 2015. It's not mine. You know what? Well, here we go. They're all level 1. You know, Tom and I had this, like, really... Another monk. Tom and I had this, like, thing about creating a new character every freaking time we played this game. Okay. I do have a Tradaran veteran who only has 160 XP, level 1. He is not good. Rathixi, how you doing? Salty! Doing good, doing good. Good. Trying to figure out if I want to bring another character on the team. Unfortunately, I got our level 1s. It is dark in this room. What is up with that? Okay, well, anyway. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with the regular team. They're going to have to do this without Hoshoryo and another character. And I don't think it's going to go well. We don't really have much in the way of melee. But let's give it a try. We got, let's see, Lost Explorers Canteen. We still have that. We have quite a bit, actually, on us. I think she also has a free revive token, so we're good. Oklahoma City. Nice, bro. Nice. Nothing wrong with a 5 mile. 5 miles is quite a bit, but still. Man, good for you. You're gonna have a good time. Okay, so... Man, he's gone. That sucks. Alright, so here's gonna be our lineup. Might as well put him there. Actually, she needs to be closer to targets because her new pistol, laser pointers on her pistol give her more damage. Gotta do what you gotta do when you ain't got no money. I don't have money for food. I'll make it work though. Oh man, that sucks. But there's always there's always something, man. Especially like if you're staying in a hotel, like definitely finding a grocery store or something instead of like eating out. Eating out, you're just gonna be paying up the wazoo, dude. You gotta remind me, why are you in Oklahoma City right now? Okay, so... Alright, let's start this. We are currently in the Blasted Wastes. I need to update my sound files. And I think everything else is good. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so... Yeah, I get a breakfast in the morning. I'll get lunch at CDL. Orientation tomorrow. I kind of like it though, man. It feels like I'm like an adventure. Dude, that's how I've always felt. Especially like business trips and stuff. Like, even though, of course, you had like training and all that, being in a whole new place was always exciting. Always exciting. Okay, so all right, started the adventure. I really need to create a dead character plate. I think it's gonna be my next thing. It's probably not even gonna be a plate. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create an animation of chains going up and bringing up a skull over the character. This way I don't have to make any programming changes. It's just, he's dead, this little thing comes up. All right, started the round. We need to be on 6. There we go. We start with Abby. And Abby, I might go put him to the side. He's dead. Abby. Oh boy. All right, she's going to roll for... Oh, it would help if I actually had my dice roller up. I would roll the dice on the screen like I normally do, but I'm going to be honest with you, using the digital dice roller, I've been loving it. It's here, and I need to go to DD dice. There we go. All right, so she's gonna roll 2d6. She needs 6s on grit roll. Nothing. So she's just going to move. She can move how many spaces? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's gonna look through that doorway. That's gonna give her 5 XP. Potentially good news. So my brother out in San Francisco might be hooked up with a job, and then might be getting a new car soon. So excited since I'll be out of the woods and mostly out of trouble. Oh, nice! And a new car, man. Hell yeah! New job, new car. That's a big deal, dude. Good for you. So is it? So is it going to be in San Francisco or someplace else? So she's moving up and she's searching through that. Do I have the canyons? I do have the canyons card deck. Need to shuffle them though. There we go. All right, we get a T-junction. I might just lose it. All right, so here we go. Very first room she finds. It would be nice if there was 2 doors, but at least we're getting these out of the way. So, a jagged cliff. What's the shape of the tile? Okay. There it is. So she finds a jagged cliff that's going this direction. Of course, they don't click in. And this table's making... And everything's falling apart! Hell yeah! I need to 3D print a new version of this. This ain't working. All right, so she finds that. We'll just zoom out a tad bit here. I know, but at least we mostly out of the bed. Yeah. I had a job opportunity in San Francisco, and it was with NBC, and I told them. Well, it wasn't so much I didn't tell them anything. I just kind of was like, pass. I worked with that station before in the part of NBC I worked with, and I just couldn't take it. Not to knock anybody from San Francisco, but at least the people I worked with in that area were difficult. Expecting more than what we had time for. You know how it is. I mean, asking for a full 6-part animation in 30 minutes is just plain stupid. But yeah, so all right, so we Abby moved up, found that doorway. Yeah, it's crazy what our clients would ask from us where I worked. And it sucked because, like, I tell this to everybody. The place I worked at is some of the best experience you can possibly get in the business. Best experience you can possibly get for time management and for just learning technique. The problem was our clients just became more and more aggressive with their needs. And two stations in particular, them and Washington, D.C., were just always overdoing it. Yeah, this stuff they would ask for within. I had one actually was that station that asked for a full 3D animation using Cinema 4D. They wanted an airplane to come down, crash into something, crash into the I think it was the LAX airport, zoom out to a Google type zoom map, and then like do all this other stuff. It was like a multi-parter, and they wanted it within 2 hours. And by the time we got to it, we had about 45 minutes to do it. And they're just crazy. That's broadcast for you. That's just how broadcast is. And you kind of have to just roll with it and just accept that sometimes what their demands just aren't going to be met. So, but anyway, so we moved up, found this, got 5 XP for Abby. Next up, we've got Hosho's dead. So we got Lester. Lester is going to roll for grit. Nope. And he's going to move up his... He's really a 4. Oh, that's right. What do they have? Paranoia, Void Boils, Oppressive Scar. Chio is still -1 with the max. Good God, this team is messed up. So he's going to move up his 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to scavenge this room that he's currently in right now. So he needs 3d6. Any 6s is a scavenge. Nothing. Okay, so Lester moves up. He's looking around, checking out all the, basically every nook and cranny in this little canyon area. Found nothing. Or he's just blind. Probably just blind. Anyway, so he's done. We move on to Chio. Chio is going to pop the canteen. I already have it built up in there on the top of the screen over here. It says 1 out of 2 because we only used the 1 out of 2 last turn. So it should be at 2 out of 2 right now because it resets at the beginning of every adventure. I'm going to spend 1 to get her a grit point. I wonder if this is a good idea. It is a good idea. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so she's going to do that. Going to give her 1 grit. And for anybody who, again, who's not familiar with Shadows of Brimstone, grit is basically like fate points in D&D. So you need to make re-rolls or anything, that's the way you do it. So she's got a grit, so I can actually have her perform surgery, but I'm going to wait till next turn when I can actually use the canteen again in case she fails her roll. So she's going to move up 1, 2, she's got a lot of movement. I think she's a 6. Yeah. So she's just going to move up close that gap up, and because this could be an attack or an ambush in here for all we know. And she's going to scavenge. Why not, right? CP reroll goes hard. Yeah. And in this game, like, the rerolls in this game are, it's basically just, if you did an attack roll, you get to reroll all those missed dice, as any number of them that you want. Same thing with skill tests and stuff. So there's a lot you can do with these. And then, of course, there's some abilities that you need grit to actually spend to do anything with. I think the knights use a lot of that. The knights are like a new class they added. They're doing this new throughout time thing. The first thing they released was the Greek champion, which is really cool. Pain in the ass, but really cool. And then they released the knights, and the knights are wicked powerful. Yep, not just a single die. It can be any number of dice. So, like, for example, let's say, well, you know what? I'll show you here if we do any skill tests or any combat or anything, but I can just give an example. Let's say we're attacking an enemy, and I have my outlaw, my gunslinger outlaw, which is Abby, make an attack against a group of enemies. She would roll her combat. She's using both her pistols, so she would get a total of 8 shots. So I roll out 8 shots, and she needs to make, if you look on her card, which is not up right now, it shows that she's got a range of a 3+, so she has to make 3 pluses on all 8, any 8 of those dice, and any successes of those 3 pluses is considered an actual hit. And then you actually take those hits and you place them where you want them as you go, dealing damage. And then any of the misses, I can be like, you know what? Let's say I only got 2 hits out of those 8, and I'm like, I'll spend a grit. I can re-roll those 6 misses if I wanted to. As many of the dice you just roll. Damage is different though, because damage is part of a hit, so you can only re-roll that 1 die of damage. So you got to be very careful how you're using the stuff. Anyway, going back to Chio, so she moved up, did her thing. I'm not gonna have her do surgery yet. I think I was gonna have her scavenge. So 3d6. She needs 6s. There we go. Nope, nothing. Okay, so that's the end of the round. That means that we found an actual room, so we have to actually see what we get for a exploration token. Problem is that this room doesn't have any additional exits. So what that means is it's not following up on our mission. If we get a clue token, we kind of get screwed. And we did. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, so we get a clue token, which, what a waste. But we do get 2 encounters in this room, so we need to actually fill this out. So Rathixi, this is when the skill tests and everything start coming into play, because encounters in this game tend to be basically just the events and all the lore or well, not fluff, or lore, but more stuff like this is just where the skill tests usually come in. Whoops. And we have 2 of them on this card. So every time we find a big room like this, you actually have to flip a token. I have them built in on the stream, but there's actually like a set of tokens that you would actually like kind of roll out. These guys right here. And you would randomize them, and then when you find a room, you would take it, flip it, and that's what you would get. In this case, I like having everything built on the stream. Makes things a little bit easier, streamlined. Less things I have to randomize. Alright, so the first encounter that happens here. Exactly, I'm trying, and that's one of my biggest things on this stream was, I was always trying to make it more fun for viewers. That's why I made it look more like a video game where you have the player docks at the bottom of the screen, they move and everything based on the initiative order and all. And there's also a way to interact with the stream, like I should have them on. But there's ways for people to interact with the stream by giving us negative rolls, plus rolls, stuff like that, and it can help us. It's 5 o'clock, isn't it? I think see with the drink. I'll get to that here in a second. I just need to fix my lighting. My lighting changes at 5 o'clock. I need to turn that off one of these days. So we'll do that. There we go. Okay. And I'll take a swig. Thank you so much for the hydrate, buddy. All right. So very first encounter that happens here in this jagged cliff. So, desert howling. A chilling howl echoes out across the canyon valley. Moments later, a group of howls respond from the other side of the gulch. Everybody needs to make a Spirit 5+ test. So the icons on there represent what characters actually have to do it. Sometimes it's just a one character icon, which means you can choose any one of your characters. Sometimes it's a character icon with a question mark that is random, so you have to roll to see who randomly has to deal with it. This one, in this case, it's showing 3 characters. That's basically saying that the whole party has to do it. So everybody needs to do a Spirit 5+ test. If successful, gain 20 XP. If failed, take D6 horror hits. Then, while this card is in play, all beast enemies in the canyons are +1 combat discard at the end of the adventure. So this remains in play, meaning beast enemies are bad. That sucks. Okay. So what we're looking at here is I need to get everybody's cards up so y'all can see what we have to do. It's still up. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can get that to turn off. I might have to actually play something because it's not going away. Lumia Stream isn't perfect. The new update is pretty awesome, but I'm going to go ahead and just play this, and that might fix it. Okay. If it doesn't go away, I'm gonna have to turn it off. All right, so everybody needs to make a test. Unfortunately, again, Hoshoryo's dead, so we are stuck with. There we go. We're stuck with Abby, Lester, and Chio. So Abby's got a spirit of 2. Lester's got a 4. And why does Chio still only have a 2? What is up with that? She's a flippin' monk. Okay, so how skill tests work is skill test comes up. Oh my god, dude, they won't stop. But anyway, a skill test will come up, and you roll X amount of dice based on the skill that you're using, and you have to make that 5+. Any 5+s would basically make that test a success. So unfortunately, I have 2 characters with only a 2 spirit and 1 with a 4. So chances are we're going to see some people taking some horror hits. So let's start with Abby. Does she have any grit on her? No. She does not. Okay, so she's making 2 rolls. She needs a 5+. DD Dice is running very slow today. She fails with the double 4s, so she fails. Next up is Lester. He's got a 4. I know, right? So close. So he's got a 4. Are you kidding me? Okay, so he fails. And then we've got Chio with a 2. This is typical of my luck in this game, I swear. And Chio fails as well. Wow, out of how many dice? I did not roll a single 5+. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, Rathy, you're seeing what typically happens to me when I play this game. Or actually when I roll dice in general. So that's going to mean that we have all 3 characters are taking D6 horror hits. So we'll start with Abby. You know what? Until I can get my... I'm just going to start rolling dice, because until I can get my iPad in here to do all that work for me, switching screens is becoming kind of a pain. So I'm just going to grab some dice here. All right. So Abby's going to be taking 1. So she's taking 1 horror hit. Basically, the howls of these beasts just freaked these characters out, and now they're about to make some willpower saves against these horror hits, which affect their sanity. So she needs a 4+ on this 1 hit. Rolls a 1. So she takes 1 sanity damage. Next up is Lester. He takes 3. He needs a 4+ as well. What is up with these 1s? All right, so he does take 2 horror. I think the only one with spirit armor is, I know, right? Scary. Quite some howls out there. Then we got Chio, who's actually got spirit armor. Spirit armor is pretty much similar to how armor works. It's spirit armor, and it's good against willpower saves. So she's going to be taking... There we go. She's taking 4. So first she's going to make 3+, because she's a monk, so she's got a good willpower save against this stuff. She needs 3+. She saved all of them. So she's good. Didn't scare her, even though she had the most amount of horror tests. The problem with this card is... right, let's go. The problem with this card is this still remains in play, which means that all monsters are now +1 combat. That sucks. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of have it down here, hanging out. There it is. Just kind of reminding us that it exists. All right, finally, we get the other encounter that happens here. So on top of the beasts roaring and scaring our characters, we have this. Okay, well, this is contradicting what we're doing for a mission. Old mine entrance. No, we'd have to pass the test. Unfortunately, Rathy, we have to pass the test. Because I think it's... Yep, if successful, gain 20 XP. So, unfortunately, we failed. Every single character failed. Typically what happens, though, again, like, I have bad rolls when playing board games. Anyway, there is an old mine entrance here. Cut into the canyon wall. It looks like it may have been boarded up at some point, but has since been broken back open. Place a mine entrance gate and cap on one random exit of this map tile. We're placing any other... You know what we're going to do? Because, to be honest with you, I don't think this should be in here when we're doing this mission, because we are... Yeah, this isn't going to work. Well, I'll just grab another... encounter, because we shouldn't be going into a mine yet. So here we go. Lost caravan. Scattered supplies and broken wagons litter the area. They're torn. Not read that. I need to zoom. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on these guys. There we go. Better. Their torn canvas covering whimpering and blowing in the wind. Whipping and blowing in the wind. The canyon wind. A ripped doll stares up at you from the rocky ground with one of its remaining button eyes. This caravan wasn't simply abandoned, but there aren't any bones or bodies to be found. Everybody needs to make a lore 5+ test to gain 10 XP for every 5+ rolled. That's pretty nice. If at least 1 6 was rolled, you may draw a gear card that was found in the wreckage. If failed, take 3 horror hits as the ultimate fate of the travelers wears on your mind. Okay, so everybody needs to do this one too. All right, so it's a lore test though. And everybody has a lore. Not great lore. So we got Abby with 2. And again, we need 5 pluses. She passes. Actually, she double passed. That's 10 XP right there. So Abby gained 10 XP. Lester's got 2 lore. He got a 6. So he passed. So he did get 10 XP. He gets 5 XP. But he's also going to get a gear card for the 6. So 5 XP for him. And a gear card. And what he finds is a supply crate. Choose one of the following to gain. I think they're stocked. Yeah, we're full on items. That sucks because there's a flippin' tonic right there. You know what he's going to do? He's going to take the tonic and spend it, giving him a grit. I'll gladly take a grit. There we go. That's what tonics do. Tonics are basically like bottled grit. For every 5 plus, so would she have gotten 20 XP? So it was actually, it's 5, it's, oh, it's 10 XP for every, okay, I thought it was 5 XP for every 5 plus. No, you're right, Rathy, thank you so much. Nope, it was once per every 5, you're right. So she should have gotten 20 instead. So I'll give her an additional 10. Okay, so you're doing pretty good on XP too. Next we have Chio. We've got a 3 for her lore. Do you have any bonuses? No. She actually did not. Wow, it's funny. The 2 failed last time. Actually, they all failed last time. She does not pass. So, she, at break in 5 minutes, everybody. She's going to be taking 3 horror hits because she is freaked out as to what could have happened to these poor, poor people. Alright, so she's got a 3 plus though, and spirit armor. So, here we go. So, she's taking 3 horror hits. She passes 2 of them. Fails the other one, but she has spirit armor, so she gets to roll against that. But it's a 6 plus, but it's something, you know? So she fails it. She does take 1 point of sanity damage. It's okay. We got whiskey, we got bandages, we're good. And we are now done with all of the encounters here. And that is the end of the round, I believe. So we move on to the next phase. Well, not next phase, next turn. So here we go. So what's happening here is, as we're, let me get rid of these. There we go. So what's happening here is, Rathy, if you're not familiar with Shadows of Brimstone, at the end of every, well, it's actually technically supposed to be the beginning of every turn. You roll for darkness or hold back the darkness. And what that is that as we're going down this dungeon, which reminds me, we need to bring that up. As we're moving down this dungeon, the darkness that's in this world is trying to come out and destroy the world, the town, or whatever. Like, just damage and destroy the countryside. And so, if it escapes, it does that. Bad thing. Basically, you just lose the mission. And every single mission has its own failure and success results. And if you look over here, you have this little icon. That's us moving down into the dungeon. If we ever reach 0, that's the end of the mission. We reached the furthest we could in this, and we failed. This guy here is the darkness. That's the darkness that's coming out of the dungeon trying to destroy the countryside, or the world, whatever. And every time we fail this roll, that starts coming out more and more and more. When it reaches those red marks or those yellow marks, bad things happen. And then, of course, if it reaches 16 on that track, it's over. The mission's over. There's a lot of ways to fail the mission. A lot of ways to fail the mission. There's only one way to pass, and that's to actually, like, complete the goals of the mission. But failure, there are multiple ways to fail. I wish I had rolled that. That was a 6. Okay, so Here we go. We need roll 2d6, add them together. We need a 7+. That is a 6. We failed. So therefore, the darkness does come out a step. Okay, so we're back at the beginning of the round. Here we would basically discuss what I would want my characters to be equipped with. They're pretty much going to be keeping what they have. These things are warped. Can you grit these? You cannot. The only things you can really grit. So you can't grit darkness rolls. You can't grit anything that is considered a chart. So visiting a doctor and trying to get rid of like an ailment or something, you can't. That's right. You can't re-roll it, can you? Yeah. So in town, when you're trying to do anything that's a chart, you can't re-roll a chart. Unless you have a specific skill or ability that lets you do it. Some characters actually let you do it. Yeah, darkness rolls are hard. And special things happen if you ever roll doubles when you're rolling on those darkness charts. All right, so Abby is going to go first. She's going to roll 2d6 for her grit roll. See if she can get some grit back. Double 2s is not going to do anything for us. So she's got a 6 movement, so she's just going to try to rush over to the next area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. Yeah, it's primarily on character rolls. You can't use grit on monster attacks either. Like, again, there are characters that allow you to spend a grit or a focus point of some type to actually force enemies to do things, but other than that, it's mostly what you roll, and as long as it's not a chart. So she moves up. She's going to get 5 XP. And she's going to find Canyon Clearing. So another big room. At least this one actually has 2 doorways. This would have been great if we had the clue token on this one. And that is the Canyon Clearing. I really need to fix these tiles. They're all warped. Okay. That's it. Okay, so it's going this direction. Here we go. Yeah, this tile in particular is warped. We'll get rid of this bad guy, that bad boy here, and I'll keep it to the side because we will need to roll on random. Unless there's more than one doorway. I gotta remember, I gotta look up the rule again on what counts. I think it's just clue tokens. It might be better if I just do this. There we go. A little bit tilted. No. All right, so have you moved up? Search that room. We have a full-blown room again. 2 doorways, so if we get a clue token, one of those is going to be a mine entrance. I'm trying to... Oh, wow, we've already gotten rid of 1 clue token. I'm trying to figure out how that works. If we're out of clue tokens... We've already used 1 now. Interesting. Okay, so this map tile, first clue icon found on an old, in each old mine represents location of one of the Ghost Warrior layers. Yeah, I don't think that... I got an idea of what we're gonna do. Just to keep things rolling, because I don't think some of these rules are really working with some of the adventure rules that came out. This makes me want to play D&D and Warhammer, right? I haven't played 40K in like forever. I've been wanting to get back into it, but my problem is when I think about how much it costs to build it. Well, not so much. It doesn't really. It's not too expensive, but I'm the type of person that I get crazy and I start collecting everything. So the game costs me a fortune. D&D, I would love to get back into. And I actually want to build a stream system for D&D. I've actually started on it, but I'm still trying to fix this guy up. Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. We're actually about to move on to the next character, actually. All right, so Abby went up, searched the room, found a jagged cliffside, and we're now moving on to Lester. He's only got a 4 movement. Well, he's going to roll for grit first. Nope, he needed a 6. So he's just going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he is slow. I'll save his grit for giving him extra speed at another time. So he's gonna go ahead and scavenge in there. Nothing. He needs a 6. Whenever you scavenge, you roll 3d6. Any 6s is a scavenge. But again, there's other characters that you have a higher chance at scavenging. Yeah, it would be fun. I've had a lot of people who want to see that built in on the stream, and I would love to build it. It's just this was already time consuming, and I'm still trying to polish it up and perfect it. But D&D, I'm like, if I build that, I need to make it so that there's, of course, a DM and at least 5 other players, maybe 6. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. But the biggest problem that I'm facing is having other people chime in on Discord and getting their video feed. I tried doing that on this stream, and it was asking too much of the system. All right, so Chio's next. She's gonna roll for grit. She needs a 6. Nothing. So she's gonna move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right next to Law. And well, she's got a grit. Who needs... You know what? Hold on. We've got what here? The chills. Use. Oh, well. Hosho's dead. Paranoia, void boils would be nice to get rid of. Void boils would be nice. Darkstone allergy too. I think we forgot to do that. Crushed arm's not all that important on Lester because he doesn't do combat, he does range. The rock skin would be good to get rid of. Get his movement back up. He'd be a 5 again. Darkstone allergy, broken collarbone on Chio would be a really good. I don't think she can do. I don't think she can do surgery on herself. I just think she can only do it on other characters. Field surgery. Let me make double sure. Pull up her character information here. That is the Frontier Doc. Okay, so the Frontier Doctor, field surgery. Once per adventure or town stay, use 1 grit to choose an injury or mutation on another hero, so it can't be done on herself. Damn. And roll a d6, yeah. So she can't do it on herself. So she's gonna have to do it to somebody else. Abby's got the void boils. I might want to get rid of that darkness allergy, which we need to do that. I actually forgot to do that. Started with the adventure, every Darkstone and Darkstone item carried, take 1 corruption hit. This actually could be bad. Oh, he's got 3. Didn't we sell the Darkstone? I think we sold the Darkstone. I don't think I removed it. I could have sworn we sold it. Yeah, I think we sold it. So we shouldn't have any of that Darkstone on us. I'll go ahead and remove them. Whoops. Look at the wrong character. She had 2. Chio had 4. Yeah, because I remember selling these because we needed the money. Upgrades. Hand supplies. Alright, so the problem here though is that some characters, I know that Lester has 1 shotgun with an upgrade on it, so he's gonna have to make 1 check. Chio has the Takobake armor, so she's gonna have to take 2. So let's start with Lester. He needs a 4+. He's good. Chio needs to make 2 saves. At 3+, she gets them both. So the Darkstone allergy didn't do anything, but as far as removal, right, Radley, let's go. Can't get rid of paranoia, but Void Boils. Did that bring her up to a 6 grid again? Are you kidding? Oh, that's +1 max grit and -2 health. Okay. You should go back up to a 17 and yeah, back up to 17 health and down to 4 grit, which is fine. 5 grit seems like overkill. As long as if we get it back that often. But I'm thinking she might be better off going back and getting rid of Lester's rock skin, because that negative movement is just killing me here. She's fast. No. She needs to be next to Lester. I'll leave it for now. We'll figure that out another time. So she moves up. Right next to Abby, and that's going to be it. We have another exploration token. Okay. So, well, the both doorways things doesn't make any difference because one of those is going to be a mine. So let's roll and see which one's a mine. So again, looking at this card, we need to roll a d6. The mine is going to be located right here. So I guess, I think, will that work? This will carry over to the mine, and they're the same side of the puzzle piece. I think we're good. All right, so you know what I'll do? Is I'll just do this. Work this way too? No. So that will just basically declare that that's another world. So that'll be like the mine. Cute finger stick. Yeah, a buddy of mine who used to would come on the stream on occasion. He had one of these for when we were first starting, and it worked out really, really good. I ended up getting laser pointers and stuff, like the awesome Bishop recommended, who's a mod in the chat, in the stream, recommended an army painter laser pointer that's actually supposed to do line of sight, and it works perfectly for this game. So whenever we're like trying to decide whether or not we can actually hit an enemy target or something, this works perfectly. You know what? I'm gonna turn off the card cam until we actually need it, because those dots on the screen is driving me crazy. All right, so how are we looking here? So we moved up, we did that. We got 2 encounters again. And the first one, turn the card cam off, and now I need it. All right, so the first one is Shallow Graves. Piled mounds of rocks are stacked here into 3 makeshift graves, each with a simple wooden cross to mark the dead. One of the graves has been disturbed by wild animals or the hand of some greedy soul. Search the graves. So we can choose to search graves, or we can pay our respects. All heroes heal 1 sanity. Okay, we're going to roleplay this. Abby's searching the grave. Lester and Chio would definitely pay their respects. But Abby, on the other hand, is an outlaw, and what do outlaws do? Unfortunately, she doesn't have a good spirit. If I remember correctly, she's at 2. So Abby is going to... Yeah, she's going to do it. If successful, take D3 corruption hits and roll up to 5 dice. For each 5+ roll, draw a loot card. Ooh! For each other roll, draw a scavenge card. If any ones are rolled, ambush attack. That's gonna happen. Okay, so she's gonna make a 5+ spirit. Oh god, being cursed sucks. Okay, so she needs to make 5+ on 2 dice. She does not have grit. This is probably a really bad idea, but I'm gonna roleplay it. Alright, so she needs to make a 5+. Come on, do it! She gets it. Alright, so she does get a 5+. She passes. She needs to make D3 corruption hits. So 2 corruption hits. She is a... Let me zoom out of this a little bit here. She is a 4+ against these 2 hits. Passes both of them. Nice, so no corruption. And I may roll up to 5 dice. We're going all out. We're going all out. I guarantee you an ambush is about to happen. Now, if I wanted to, because this isn't a chart, I could re-roll it with grit, but I don't have any. Alright, so... she's going all out. She wants to find as much as she can. So any, what is it, 5+? We get a loot card. Anything else is a scavenge. Any ones are rolled. Any ones are rolled. We have an ambush attack. Not a single one. So we only got a couple 2s here, so those don't do anything. We got 2 scav... Oh, actually, hold on. We got 3 loots. Because it's on 5+. Holy crap. So we got 3 loot cards. That's, yeah. Rathy, that's good. That's a good roll right there. So we don't have to worry about the rest of this card. Draw a threat card. Redraw to find undead or beast enemy. Oh god, I'm glad it's not a beast. So yeah, we're good. Nothing bad happened. And we end up getting some loot. So let's draw some loot. This is for Abby. Ooh, nice. Macho Benderg. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, I have to get a little close there. How you doing? First time chat. Welcome to TNT Tabletop. We're playing Shadows of Brimstone. If you're not familiar with the game, it's basically Diablo, but with the Old West and feudal Japan and Lovecraftian horror. So right now we just finished doing a skill check and we end up passing really well and got some loot. So what she just gained from this is 60, 70, 80 points of experience. And she got 2 Darkstone and 250 bucks. So we can get rid of that. So 2 Darkstone. And 250 bucks. Nice. Awesome. All right. So that's what we found on that card. We have one more encounter and then we're done with this area. Please be nice to us. All right. It's a remains in play card too. That sucks. All right. Rustler's Moon. Known for its darkened state, allowing outlaws and fiends to move unnoticed. A wrestler's moon sits low on the horizon. All outlaw enemies. Wait, no. All outlaws, enemies, and heroes. Ooh! With 3 or more corruption points are +1 initiative and +2 move. How many corruption points do we have? 2. If we had 3, we would be initiative 7 with 8 movement points. This card may be canceled as though it were a darkness card. Okay. So we have 2 remains in play cards right now that kind of suck. This one's not really affecting us much. I don't have any other outlaws on the team. Nope. So... yeah, beasts are now +1 combat, and then outlaws. Is it all enemies? Hold on. Okay, it's just anything that's an outlaw. So enemies and heroes gain this bonus. If I can get her to fail some corruption tests, this would be worth having right now. So we don't need this anymore. And we're currently 2 rooms in. So we're down to 14 with the hero posse. And that is the end of the round. We did everything here. So we're definitely going to be going into that mine shaft. All right, here we go. Hold back the darkness. Whoops. Oh my god, dude. I'm rolling 6s nonstop. All right, so fail.
The darkness is escaping.
Wonderful.
We are in trouble.
Okay, so we do have a darkness card that comes up because we are failing these darkness tests. So here comes the first one.
Draw darkness card.
Shame of failure. If the current mission is... Oh god. If the current mission is failed, every hero gains a dishonored status as you are ashamed of your defeat. If already dishonored, you gain gravely dishonored. What does dishonored do again? I'm getting hyped. I'm ready to take on an army. So dishonored, you gain the keyword dishonored. While dishonored, you are now negative X health, negative X sanity, where X is equal to your hero level times 2. We have to succeed missions and see if we can get rid of them. So we got to pass this mission, and we're down a character. Wonderful. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so we'll just put that down here. I'll put this up here to remind us that we have these 2 cards to deal with as well. Oh man. Okay, let me put that away. One thing I forgot to do is I forgot to grab the Canyons card. We're in the wrong scene here. There we go. Oh great, all enemies are +1 defense. On the first turn of ambush. At the start of any fight, every hero may recover grid. Okay, good. Totally forgot to do this. Thanks, Rathy. The only problem is that, like, we're playing it kind of on a difficult... There's, like, a difficulty scale right now because of Hosho. Hosho is, like... Was our like, tank slash... like, close combat DPS, or... What did they say? DPT, damage per turn, and he's downed. Don't really have anybody that can take many hits. But anyway, so we failed that. We're moving on to the next turn. We're definitely going into that mine. We got 2 mines to get through. Oh my god. Okay, so we're starting with Abby first. We need 6s on our grit roll. Gets neither one. She's gonna move right into that mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's gonna find the mine stuff. mine deck is pretty much the base deck of the whole game adventuring. It's part of the first Kickstarter and first several sets of expansions, so that's about how big it is. Just the one tile deck. Again, that's the 2 cores, and I think that's also Tradera, Blasted Waste, and the Derelict Ship. Oh, and the Canyon, the Caverns of Cinder. So 4 expansions and 2 base game upgrades, or core game sets. All right, so here we go. What she finds is the Rickety Bridge. That is part of the Caverns of Cinder expansion. So we walk into this mine. They walk into this mine. The first thing they find is a big flippin' cavern with a bridge, and then on top of that, which way is it going? Definitely not that way. There we go. And it's got four doorways. I gotta remember what the doorways do. You know what? I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I don't need that. So we got the Rickety Bridge. This down here is an advanced encounter card. I do have them scanned. I just need to add them to the stream. Bishop, if you end up going to Cinder, watch out for the Balrog. I mean, there's kind of one that's there. But yeah, no, watch out for the Balrog, everybody. I gotta remember what happens here, because this is... I think it's only one doorway. We have to roll to see which one is an actual doorway. So we'll keep that there, and we'll roll for it here in a second. So she gets 5 XP for that. And then we move on to Lester. He is far behind. Well, let's see if he can get grip back. If we can get grip back, that'd be great. Okay, he's gonna spend it to catch up with the team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's going to scavenge the room behind him. Ratty, he felt a little left out. So he went and spent all that grit. All right, here we go. He needs a 6. Nothing, not a thing. After his turn, we've got Chio. Chio's gonna move up. Well, first she's gonna roll for grit. She's at max. Well, she could get points. No. 1. God, they're all bent. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's just gonna be right here in front of everybody. And now that she's next to everybody, I think it might be a good time to do some surgery. We'll try to get rid of that rock skin. Well, that's kind of helping him right now with the +3 health, but we need to do this. It's either the Darkstone allergy. I just don't like him being slow. But she's gonna do it. The deal with her, with doing surgeries, it costs a grit. So I'm gonna spend a grit to do that. Then I'm going to pop the canteen, which brings us down to 0. Because once per turn, she can pop the canteen to give herself a grip point. So what I did was I spent the grip point to be able to do the surgery. Now I'm popping it again to get a grip point in case I need to re-roll the surgery. So she needs a 3+ since she is a expert surgeon. That's Hoshoryo. Yeah, so she's gonna do field surgery once per, as we read earlier, adventure town stay. Spend 1 grit on injury or mutation. Roll a d6. On a 5+ it's healed. On a 1 -1 health permanent. So Expert Surgeon actually brought her up to a 4+. So we need a 4+. Doesn't work out, I do have Grit to reroll. Awesome. Okay, so that's great. We got rid of... We'll say the Rocky skin. He needs movement points. I hate losing the health, but there's another part of me that's like, get rid of that damn darkness allergy. Yeah, we'll get rid of the darkness allergy. That's actually worse. I really hate how, like, the very first stream with this team, very first stream with them, Lester lost 2 points of corruption resist, making him a 3. Seriously, very first stream with this group of characters. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, I like the idea of flipping a coin. That's true. Well, I'll roll for it. So, 1, 2, 3 is gonna be the darkness allergy. 4, 5, or 6 is gonna be the rock skin. Because to be honest with you, they're both equally annoying. Just on him, I think the darkness allergy at the beginning of a round can make things worse for him since he's so bad at resisting corruption. Darkstone allergy it is. Either way, he doesn't need to be in the front lines. So, let's see. Why am I pulling Hoshos out? He's dead. Lester. Darkstone allergy is gone. And I'll update that on the stream as well. And Darkstone allergy is now gone. There we go. Awesome. So now we don't have to worry about him taking tests. Oh, not worried about Chio. She's got a 7. All right. So with that being done, now down here, and oh, she gets XP for doing that too. She gains. Keep forgetting she gets this. On a success, 50 experience. There we go. Her best ways to get XP is to heal people and do surgery. Alright, so with that being done, we're now at exploration. Hopefully this is a clue token. If it's a clue token, then we found the first layer. The crappy thing is we still have several clue tokens that have attack and ambush, so we'd be getting double ambushed or attacked and ambushed. Yep. So all those doorways are at least we found the first clue token. I mean, we found the first layer. That's awesome. So I need end caps. Each one of these. There we go. Those are not what I'm looking for. Ugh. If I remember correctly, I don't know if it's an attack or an ambush. Let me take a look one more time here. I wouldn't see why it would be an ambush. But what sucks about this is that means the next one's got a really high probability of being an ambush. Okay, so... it's an attack. Okay, so it's just an attack. So we're taking on... Peril Dice Ghost Warriors. Do I have a Peril Die on me? So what Peril Dice are is it's a die that has 3 sides that are no. 2 sides that are 3, 2 sides that are 4, then a 5 and 6. It gives you higher chances. Like there's no 1s or 2s on it. It just gives you higher chances of damage and possibilities for more enemies. So Here we go. It's gonna be peril dice number of ghost warriors. So 4. Not bad. I'm not a fan of ghost warriors. And then we have one enemy group that we're fighting. So I'll be right back. Actually, I might as well get the enemy group too. So this way I don't have to walk over there twice. And yeah, I'm trying to debate on how long I'm going to be streaming tonight, because I did jump in on it late, but I also want to give you all a little bit more. So what we're looking for is anything that's not a beast, please. What's the other thing that they're getting? Oh, no outlaws and no beasts. I would be happy with no outlaws and no beasts. Taking on a medium threat. Yep. Because we're playing 3+ player. Which means we actually have a... Because we're playing 3 player, we have a revive token. Because we don't have a full team. So we do have a revive token. I forgot about that.
Draw a medium.
Oh god, no. No. Enters play as an ambush. If already ambushing, gains +2 combat during the first turn of the fight. Oh, I hate the Dread Inquisitors. They're the worst. Peril dice number of them. They're outfitted with... Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, come on. Okay, so we're taking 6 of them on and 4 of the other guys. And they're in ambush. Well, that was unexpected. Was it, Bishop? Alright, so the first thing is Ghost Warriors. Oh, there are 7. There are 7. Luckily, Abby is a 10 on the first turn of a fight. So we're good with that. Yeah, we don't need any of that crap. Oh, actually, I might as well put in... What are they? Tribal and Demon? I don't think they get any bonuses. No, they don't. They have to be Beast or Outlaws. So... But they are +1 defense on the first turn of a fight. So they're initiative 7. That sucks. Put them down to the side here, and then we got the Inquisitors. Now you roll the 6. Yeah, they seem to come in when I don't want them. We're taking on Dread Inquisitors. Dread Inquisitors. And they're an ambush, so they're +2, so they're 7. I'm glad that Abby gets to go first. Initiative 5. We can kind of put them at the bottom. These guys are gonna definitely go before them. Yeah, we're in trouble. So the problem is, here's the thing: the Ghost Warriors are attacking. These guys have a card that puts them in ambush. They enter play as an ambush. So, yeah, unexpected. So these guys are going to be a 7. So they're the same initiative on the first turn. I think because we're in the canyons. No, we're in the mines now. We're in the mines, so they're not getting the bonus. They're not getting anything. I'm going to go on a technicality and say they're not getting the bonus. Because we are in the mines. Okay, so we'll bring these guys up. So we need 4 of them and 6 of the Inquisitors. I will be right back. Well, Bishop, they were called by an attack, but the actual threat card says that they're in ambush. So I can bring it out here. Yeah, see, at the bottom, unexpected. Enters play as ambush. If already in ambush. No, the whole what ambush does, it just gives, yeah, they don't get the +2 combat. Because they're not technically this is not an attack, but the card just makes this party, this group of enemies, an ambushed enemy. So that brings them for the first turn up to 7. Ghost Warriors are just a 7 straight up. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get 4 of the Ghost Warriors and 6 of the Dread Inquisitors. Now. Alright, this is a whole group of them. Now, luckily, Abby's got her pistols upgraded, so she's getting +1 damage with these. They're demon. She's getting +2 damage against these guys. Oh, okay. Spooky ghost. Gotcha. It just seems weird to me. Why make the distinction if they are always having ambush? They don't always have ambush. It's just the threat card itself basically turned this threat into an ambush. This attack into an ambush. Well, not this attack, but that specific enemy is in an ambush. So it's like as if they've been following the Ghost Warriors this whole time, saw us clashing with them, and we're like, hey, let's jump them. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We get this gap here. They probably all just kind of jumped out of it. So they're first. So the lowest initiative goes first on... I need to put some of these on here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to skip putting the bases on. I need to print some new bases. I'll just move this over a tad. Zoom out a bit. The thing I'm noticing that's bad about this blue, that it's causing the camera to actually kind of saturate blue into the image. All right, so I'm going to be putting these guys down. Maybe I should put the red on them? No, I'm just going to set it up so we can get going. So we got this guy here. They go in cross checkerboard pattern. Is that a spot? Nope. It doesn't really matter. I'll just do it this way. They're the slowest, so they're first to be on the board. And then the Warriors. Yeah, we have that to deal with. So, Rathy, what the +2 combat is if you look at the character sheet that has combat and damage on it, combat is how many dice you're rolling, basically it's like how many attacks you get. And that's basically how many dice rolls you get. +2 combat would up that to a 4. So, instead of rolling 2 dice to see how many times they can hit us, they're rolling 4 times to see how many times they can hit us. I guess, right? I wish I had Firewall. Actually, I wish I had Dynamite. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we have... I think we bought some bombs. Let me take a look. I think we bought bombs. No, I know we bought bombs. This is the right time to use them. At least I could have sworn we did. We got 1 stick of dynamite and 2 junk bombs. Okay, so we can just start fucking this stuff around. I don't know. I think the one that's gonna use it, I would totally let Chio do it because she's not going to be able to do much during this. But I can see her using those bombs. Or, knowing my dice rolling, the bombs will just deviate back to us and kill us. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Alright, so let me change the music, some battle music. We are in the wastes. Was there anything else on there? Just attack with the... So we did find the lair. Okay, we got an attack and lair. Alright. Oof. Okay. Inside the mine, what could go wrong? Especially with a nice deep cavern there. Where'd your mom? I came to drop bombs. I gotta admit, it looks better when I put the bases on them. There's just a lot of models. Do I have all of them? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I grabbed 4 of the other dudes. I did not. 3. They can't be touching other players, so he'll be right there. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Bishop. I'm going to be going... One of my goals is to go back through all my painted models and just start painting them red. Because having to connect all of these to like 10 models takes too much time. I miss having the clip on. And if I had one more day of painting, you know, we can get through these a little bit faster. I'm glad we're getting the paint days back. I miss them. All right, so that's it. End of the round. We get into our first turn of the fight with a darkness roll. Keep forgetting to bring us down. Hey, all right, that's a 9. Double 6s would have been nice, but I'll accept that. Okay. Ravenfall with the follow, thank you so much! Ravenfall, thank you so much for the follow. First time chatter as well. If you're not familiar with the stream, we play a game called Shadows of Brimstone, which is basically Diablo, but turned into a board game with like the Old West, feudal Japan, Norse mythology, Spanish conquistadors, all that stuff, and taking on like Lovecraftian horror, sci-fi, fantasy, all that. I love it. Best of luck. I'm gonna try. This is gonna be a rough battle with just 3 characters, but luckily I have a revive token, so I can bring someone back. And it's probably gonna happen. Although there's part of me who just wants to throw out a bunch of dynamite and call it a day. But looking at things right now, I have a character that's gonna be initiative 10 on the first turn with my gunslinger. She's gonna get a lot of attacks. I could pop a feat right now, but I kind of want to say this actually might be a good time to use it. What do you think, Bishop? Should I use the badge? Get extra 2 shots combat? There's a lot of dudes. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at them first, see what they are capable of. Okay, so the Ghost Warriors from the Spirit World. Ghost Warriors always ambush. So they are a 9. So they always ambush. And are +2 combat on the first turn of the ambush. They need to go. Phase Jitter. Ghost Warriors are immune to critical hits. Oh, that's wonderful. And hero range attacks will only hit them on rolls of 5+. Dynamite. Yep. Yep, it's all about dynamite on these guys. Ghost Jump. Ghost Warriors move through other models and change targets every turn. Possessed. Ghost Warriors are +2 damage on all hits from and against heroes with Spirit 3 or higher. I only have one character, I think, with a 3 Spirit, and that is Chio. So they do 2 extra damage against and take 2 extra damage from Chio. Luckily, she's got armor. Parry this, you casual. Throws dynamite. Yep. That's pretty much what I'm going for. It's just... Dynamite's awesome. It'll ignore their defense. It's just... I have to roll max on damage to take them out. And I'm looking at... Right now, I'm looking at my Gunslinger, who I'm like... I'll be getting 9 attacks with her. It's just the problem is I need to hit on 5 pluses. That's ridiculous. And they ignore crits. But they're demon, so they'll only have a defense of 1. Well, either way, he's going to be using her pistols. Lester's going to be holding on to his shotgun. Unless he has a melee attack with his shotgun. I don't think he does. Nope. This seriously is the worst enemy for us to fight with Hoshoryo being dead. Because the only one that's actually going to be able to hit them, mostly, is going to be Chio. Yep. Alright. Where are they? It's those 4 guys right there. I might be able to throw down a dynamite in between those 3. Like, possibly throw a dynamite right here. Hit these 3 guys and hope that I'd roll some 6s on damage. If I do, they're dead. I believe it'll work and it'll be fine. You know I can't do that, Bishop. Okay, so Abby's gonna go first. Who's the one that's got the dynamite right now? She's got the junk bombs. Lester's got the dynamite. Junk bombs, I think, are -5. It's 2d6 -5. Okay. So let me just pull up junk bombs. I want to read it one last time to see if it's actually worth using. It might not be. Oh, it's a free attack. Okay, so yeah, I'm using that. Discard to throw and bounce, just like dynamite. All models in the same or adjacent spaces take 2d6 -5 wounds, ignoring defense. Yeah, I'm using it. She's got 2 of them, but she can only use 1 per turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand one to another character so they can use it as well, because I'm glad I bought these things. So before anything happens, she's throwing a junk bomb right where I said I was going to put it. So I'm going to place one probably right here. Although if I put it here, it can bounce off of this and back. Oh, that's tough. I'm going to say right here. Can I somehow... Nope. Okay, so first she needs to roll and see if she can make the test. It's definitely within range. She's got a... She can make 8 spaces with the dynamite throw, so she's good there. She needs to make a ranged attack. So she's a 3+. All she needs is a 3+. Oh, also grit roll. Nothing. Okay, so she's going to... She needs a 3+ to make sure that she can actually hit that very spot. As far as like how it's positioned, so she's here. She's throwing it here. So what's going to happen is it's going to be 1, 2, 3 to 8. Starting here around that spot. You know, I really should get like a token or something, so I'm going to put it right there. That's where it's hitting. And if it hits, how it works is we roll a d8, and if it doesn't work, we deviate, and then we have to actually roll and see if it moves in other directions. So first things first, we need a 3+ to see if we can hit the mark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Too bad rolling crit on a dynamite throw doesn't add any damage. So it hits the spot. So every model in that spot and adjacent is now taking d6 damage, ignoring their defense. Unfortunately, I already rolled the 6 that I wanted. So we'll start with, whoops. Oh wait, no, it's 2d6 minus 5, right? So it's 2d6 minus 5. So we'll start with this guy here. Oh, that's a pretty big hit. So that is, what, 9 points of damage minus 5, so 4 points of damage. So he's got 4 out of 6 wounds on him. And she can still make her attacks too. I did not realize junk bombs are a free attack. I think dynamite, you have to actually use your range. This guy right here. Minus 5, so that's 2 points of damage. I was actually, like, not expecting much out of this. This worked out pretty good. And then, of course, the final guy right here. Thank you, Bishop. Minus 5. 2 points of damage as well. So we whittled them down. Nice. Okay, now she gets to do her thing. So she's got +1 for being a gunslinger. She's getting +1 for the first turn of an attack. And she gets 4 with each weapon, but I do have to roll them all separately. Ad break in 5 minutes, everybody. So she can see all the targets, I think. Here's my... There it is. It's the only one I'm worried about. Can't see that one. So I'm going to have to move her up a space. Oh, actually, I want her up a space. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Because she needs to be within 3 spaces to get +1 damage on these attacks. So now she can see that guy. You know what? Screw it. So she can see everybody. So she can see this guy. She can see everybody at this point. So she's going to get +1 ranged. I really feel like I should be using the badge right now. Well, anyway, she's getting +1 range attack, so she's going to be getting... She gets 4 base with her pistols. Yeah. So I'm going to give her her main hand... well, it doesn't really matter because she needs 5 pluses. So she's going to get... It's weird. So I'm actually going to have to declare right now where these gunshots are going to. They're going to all of them, so... the Ghost Warriors have some weird rules. So what we'll do is we'll set these yellow dice as her main hand. Well, again, this doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to do it for the hell of it. And these are her offhand weapon. So the rules for using... I have to go all in it. Yeah, no, really. So the rules for combat are a little different between ranged and melee. When you do melee, you're basically combining all your melee gear together to give you whatever it is that you need to roll. Ranged, it's if you're dual wielding weapons, you actually have to roll them separately because one's an offhand weapon. It's getting -1 to your attack rolls. So would that mean that... That would mean I would need 6 pluses on my offhand weapon. Okay, so I would need to get 6 pluses with these, 5 pluses with these. So reds are 6 plus, golds are going to be, you know what, it might be easier or better if I use a different color. So I'll probably use blue. So blue are going to be the 6 pluses. There we go. Blue are going to be the 6 pluses, and the gold are going to be the 5 pluses. I don't have any grit. So the +1 is on damage roll. This is just on seeing if we can hit the targets. So what happens is that you first roll to see if you can hit the targets with your melee attack. So for example, she's technically a 3+, but these guys have special rules. So I'm getting... They are 5+ minimum. The offhand is -1, so the offhand's a 6+ rolls to hit. Then after that, we start factoring in all the extra damage that we can do on these. If we get any hits, these guys are going to die because that's a lot of damage I can dish out. I just wish I had some grit. I ain't got none. Oh, I do have Deadeye shots though. Hold on 1 second. That is very important. And I should have 6 Deadeye shots since we started. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm seeing some crits. So these are all misses. But we got 4 hits total. So I can dish those out against these guys. At least we can whittle them down. Crits do not affect them. I don't get any bonuses for 6+ rolls, I think. No. But either way, I'm getting +1 damage for them all being in range of my of the laser scopes. So +1 damage for that, and they're all demon. So my Nabuhara shackles are getting +1 damage on top of that. So +2 damage total. So it's gonna be -1 to any of these rolls on damage. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go straight up for the guys who are already nearly dead. So the dude with 4 wounds on him, -1 to the roll. Starting bishop. And then we got the other 3 hits. So again, -1 to the roll. Next hit, -1 to the roll. He's dead. Then the last one, he's got 4 hit points left. -1 to the roll. I need a 5+ to kill him. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. So we did manage to get 2 of them. We can cancel out those. Yeah, I have bad rolls. Really, really bad rolls. We don't need this out. Man, 2 1s in a row. Well, anyway, that gives... Wow, these guys give a lot of XP. So she's getting 100 XP for taking those 2 guys down because they're 50 a pop. Okay. They're getting +2 combat. Oh, man. So Abby gets 100 XP. I think she needs 300... I think it's 380... 3,800, I think is what she needs to level up to level 5. So it was 2,400 last time, right? It's either 3,800 or 36. I think it might be 36. But either way. It's 20%. So 3... Yeah, it should be 3,600. That's all she can do. I mean, she whittled them down a little bit. I was actually surprised on her rolling. She did pretty good. Except for the damage. I wish I had a way to re-roll the damage. Hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Gotta remember I have quick draw shot, Deadeye shots. I could be adding +2 damage to these things. I could have killed that first guy. I could have killed the first guy. Yeah, that's all I can do with her. I was hoping to get like an extra attack or something, but that's our sheriff, our marshal. All right, so that's going to be her turn. It's now moving on to these guys. I do need to bump up the maximum. There we go. So the Ghost Warriors are next, followed by the... Well, we can choose which ones can go first, but we'll just have the Ghost Warriors do their thing. So Ghost Warriors are moving up. They're going to randomly target characters, since every turn they're always randomly targeting. This guy here is going after... again, it's going to be 1, 2 is going to be Chio, 3 or 4 is going to be Abby, 5 or 6 is going to be Lester. So, Lester. He doesn't like Lester, so he's going right after Lester. This one here, going after Lester. Okay. Well, actually, technically, I could just tell them to do this, locking that area up. Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. Had some pretty bad rolling on the shooting. I mean, took down a couple guys, but we managed to get roll ones on -1 rolls for damage. Kinda sucked. So they're gonna go first. They're both going after Lester. They want him dead because they're getting +2 combat on their first turn of ambush, and so they're gonna be 4 combat at 3 damage apiece. Lester luckily does have armor of 6+, but hey, you know, let's see how it works out. So we'll separate them. I mean, he gets to make all the rolls against the entire group, so we'll see what happens. I'll just say this is up on this guy right here. This is all going against Lester. They need 4 pluses. Those are some good rolls. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this right on the rules. So we're looking at 5 hits total. I probably should have rung the bell. If I used the bell, I would have gotten cover saves. But we can use bandages to heal up. He's got 20 health. He can take it. All right, so what we're looking at here is 5 hits. He needs to make, I think he's at 3+. He's a 3+ defense. Okay, so we got this. The new frontline tank, right? Our Sumo Samurai is out for the count, so we got the U.S. Marshal, who's actually got the most health. Well, not exactly the most health on the team. Well, for now, he's at the most health on the team. But anyway, he's going to be taking 5 hits. He needs 3 pluses. And then he's got armor saves after this. Probably actually should be going all out on these dudes. I'm scared of those Inquisitors. Which reminds me, I actually should be looking at their rules. I think they have stuff that's crazy. I hate these guys. Yeah, now I remember why I hate them. All right. Should have done this at the start of the turn. They get Vile Plague cards. It's like one of the dumbest things. All right. Okay. I hate the Vile Plagues. They are just awful. So they get a Vile Plague. We'll continue with we'll just go ahead and hold these here. So what they get for a Vile Plague, and they draw D6 Rotten Corpse tokens on the board, and these usually affect what the Rotten Plague does. So Burning Blindness, your eyes burn with 1,000 fires, blurring your vision with watery tears. Every hero with at least 1 undead model or corpse token on the map tile is -1 on all their to hit rolls. would have affected the 5+, I think. We'll ignore that. One undead model. How many corpse tokens do they have? Why not? Let's do all. Let's do a nice big 4. Corpse pile somewhere. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. We actually stand on these models. So they were enemies. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this. There. So those are corpse piles. I forgot how many rules these guys have. They are the... I hate these guys with a passion. Alright, so we're now -1 to all our hit rolls. Fear 1, vicious weapons, then Dread Inquisitors, ignore armor. Oh, wonderful. And have a damage value equal to the to hit roll. Okay. +1 defense for each growing dread card. We don't have any growing dread cards, so we're good there. Oh, God. All right. So here's all those defense saves that we need to make with Lester against the these guys here. So we need 3 pluses. So we saved 3 of them. 2 of them get through dealing 6 points of damage, or are they +1? They're +2 combat. They don't get any damage bonus. They're not beasts, so that's a total of 6 damage. So we have to make armor saves against every point of that. So we need to make 6 armor saves at 6+. Oh, we actually made some. All right. So 4 points of damage. 2 6s and 4 2s. So we're looking at 4 points of damage total for Lester. We need to get off this tile. I'm gonna have Lester leave this tile so he can like not be affected by those stupid corpse tokens. As long as we get off that tile, the corpse tokens won't affect us. So might not be a bad idea. Just push back the to the canyons. We don't need to be in there, so we can push back to the canyons. We won't have to worry about the corpse tokens and all the vile plague stuff that they do. Lure them outside, and unfortunately they'll be getting... Well, they won't be getting any bonuses because they'll be getting +1 defense in the first turn of an attack. So in the canyon, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think the best steps are to leave this place. So that's the Ghost Warrior's turn. Next up are the Inquisitors. They're movement 5, so some of them are not going to reach us yet. They got a lot of health. And they're Fear 1. Okay, so they can reach certain characters. Some of them are just going to straight up probably go after who they can reach. So this guy can actually reach... I can barely see it. So this guy here can actually get to... He's a 5 movement, so he can actually get to... He can't get there because he'd have to cross her. So there's only 3 spaces adjacent to her. So he can get... Yeah, he's just... Only 3 of them are going to be able to make it. Yeah, they can't get to any other character. So he's just going to move here. He's going to move here. 1, 2, 3... Well, 3, 4. There we go. And then the rest of these guys... 4. There we go. They all just kind of line up. So only 3 of them, but they're all jumping on Abby. Oof. They're only 1 combat, but they do damage equal to the roll. So the damage will be 3 to 6 damage. So hopefully I don't roll too high. I don't really do too bad. Okay, so she's getting 3 combat on herself. 1 miss, 2 hits, one that does 3 damage, one that does 4 damage. So I'll just kind of leave them here. She needs to make defense saves against these. She's a... I think she's a 4+. Yeah, she's a 4+. So she needs 4 pluses. I need to roll them separately. So what we'll do is we'll say the blue one is the 3, the red one is the 4. Okay. That's 7 points of damage. Didn't make either one of them. Yeah, ouch. Okay, so that's their turn. And now we move on to Lester. Bishop with a +1 roll. God, I'm gonna need that. Okay. Oh, Hosho, I wish you were alive, brother. So Lester's gonna go. He's currently locked. He is gonna try to make an escape test, though. Can he automatically pass one? I think Abby can. No, Chio can. I know that for a fact. Oh, he can. Soldiers not reload. It's oh, what is it called? Level 2, I gave him fallback. Start of activation. During fight, free move, 2 spaces, ignoring escape. So, first thing he's going to do is roll, actually start of activation. So, he's using his ability to roll back. So now he's no longer on the same tile as the corpse tokens. And he's just going to be, like, right here. If I remember correctly, he also doesn't have to shoot enemies within melee range. Yep, do not need to target adjacent enemies. So he's using his shotgun. He's getting... I can tell it's been a while since I've used him. He's getting 1, 2 shots. Yep, he's getting 2 shots with the shotty. They use D8s for attack and damage instead of D6s, so that's awesome. And now that he's not on that tile anymore, he's getting his, I think, 3+ range. Yep, he needs 3 pluses. He kills anybody, he gets attacks. So let's see what happens here. Did I roll his grit? I did not roll his grit. So he's gonna roll grit. Well, he does have 1. Yeah, when he kills an enemy, he gets +1 shot, and then he gets a grit back on a 4+. Oh, and I can add damage with the gun belt too. I forgot about that. Okay. Once per adventure, fully heal Sandy. Okay. All right, here we go. So he gets 2 shots with the shotty. I can always tell, basically say who's going to be on here in a second. Are you flipping kidding me? I'm grit rolling that. That's 2 misses. That's 2 crits. But these guys don't care for crits. Do I want to go after them, or do I want to go after the Dread Inquisitors? God, I see a nice, well-placed dynamite area. I might have Chio steal a dynamite and huck it. Or a junk bomb. No, I'll do a junk bomb. But anyway, he's got 2 shots. It's probably better I just use those shots on the guys in front of him. Get rid of them. Call it good. So that's what I'm going to do. So he's going to be getting a D8 damage on both of these. And where it has an inlay. Either way, I wanted to roll both of them. Okay, so he's going to be getting... If I would have rolled a 1, I could have re-rolled all that without using grit, but I didn't roll any 1s. Okay, so I'm going to be getting... I probably will be using the Deadeye's gun belt. This is going to be on the guy with 2 health. Let's see, -3, so we're looking at 2 points of damage. I'm using the Gunslinger's gun belt to add 2 damage to it, killing that guy. He's gone. Once per adventure, I get to, not once per fight, I get to use the Gunslinger's gun belt to add 2 extra damage to one of his attacks. So that takes that guy out. And he's got 1 extra attack he's going to put on the guy right in front of him. Actually, he gets an extra shot. He gets a grip back on a 4+. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong guy. 4+. Nope. But he gets an extra shot. And he has the inlay he hasn't used yet until he gets the extra shot. So here we go. -3 to the roll on the first one. And the guy right in front of him, so 1 point of damage. We'll use those game tokens again. Which ones aren't we using? Oh, we'll use the one that's already up there. Just remove 2 points from it, so he's got 1 wound on him. Did I not math right? I did not. Alright, so he's got 1 wound on him. And I might as well zoom out so you can see better. There we go. And the final one, again, -3 to the roll. I need to deal, what, 5 points of damage? So I need to roll an 8. I sure love rolling 1s. I just love it. If I had gotten a grip back, I would have re-rolled that. I have no way of getting any. Yep, I got nothing. Oh well. Wish we had some Darkstone bullets. That'd been nice. They're not beasts, are they? Okay, so anyway, dang. Marshall, you just disappoint me more and more and more, brother. So that's 50 experience for taking down the one guy. And I kind of figured Soldier U.S. Marshal would have been a pretty good combo, but it is. It's just, I guess it's just my rolling. Also, I need to find him a better shotgun. All right, so he's done. And I'll move on to Geo. Geo's going to steal the dynamite off of Abby. Right, it's on Abby. Well, either way, what's her abilities here? She's a 4 strength, so it's 5 + 4. So she's got 9 spaces that she can throw something at. So first thing that she's gonna do is I'm gonna see if she can escape. I think she automatically passes escape tests. She has the Norse traveling pants. I'm saving that for the card that we have. The Norse traveling pants allows me to, once per adventure, ignore a darkness or growing dread? No, or a depth event on a d6 roll 3+. If we lose this battle, I'm using that. I'm saving it for that card. The one that we would get dishonored. I'm pretty sure. This one, she had the ability to move through targets. I guess not. It might be. I might be thinking of Hoshoryo. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything in here allowing her to do that. So she's gonna have to make an escape test if I want her to get out of here. Because she's still adjacent to that guy. So she needs a 4+, which she does not get. Does she get grip back? There's that 4+ I would have liked to have. She's going to stay there and just huck a chunk of dynamite from Abby. No. I'm going to use the junk bomb again. How much total would I be able to do? I'd be able to do, what, 7 points of damage at best? On 2d6? And there's a chance I won't do any damage. I'll use the dynamite. Let me check and see if dynamite's a free attack now. I don't think it is. I think it's still a ranged attack. Yeah, no, it's still very much a ranged attack. Which is so weird. No, you know what? I'm going to use the junk bomb. For reasons. If I use the junk bomb, she'll be able to turn around and attack the guy behind her. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. She'll use the junk bomb. So she's using the other junk bomb that we have. Does it hit the target? She needs a 5+ to hit. So I'm pinning it right here. Right there. Come on, 5+. Nope. It deviates 1d3 2 times. That's not good. So it's gonna, how it works is I roll a d8 and it deviates that to that direction. So 1 around the target to 8. So here we go. Here's the first deviation from here. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes. I have something I can use for this. You know what? It goes here. That's bad. Next deviation. Are you kidding me? Here. Oh, this game. Alright, so it gets 2 guys. At least it doesn't hit Abby, but it hits 2 dudes, dealing 2d6 minus 5. So here's the guy that's right here. Rolled right off the damn table. So 2 points of damage. Ignoring defense. They don't get armor or anything, do they? No. Our +1 defense for each growing trade. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. So, nothing. Alright, so he's taking 2 points of damage. And then the next guy above him is taking 3 points of damage. I didn't give experience for that, did I? Oh, wait. They don't give experience until they're dead. Okay, never mind. So we're looking at 3 points of damage on this dude. Probably zoom in a little bit. No. Well, she still has her turn, or her attacks, because that's a free attack with the junk bomb. Junk bombs are pretty sweet. She failed her escape, so she's stuck there, so she's going to be fighting the guy that's behind her. If she can take him down, that would help. He's only got 5 wounds. She's getting... She's a 2 combat. And she's rolling d8s for damage. She does have grit. And she still has the canteen too, so... here we go. He needs 4 pluses. So that's 1 hit. Kind of want a grit roll. Hold on a minute. We are 1, 2, 3 turns in, 4 turns in, and she should have 4 ki on her. Every round, the traveling monk gets 1 ki point at the start of every round. And is it on fails? Hold on, I might have been forgetting to do a few things here. Failed darkness rolls, add D3 key points. We failed twice, so she should be at... That's 3. That's 1, so that's 4. So she should be at 7 key points right now. She could be doing some serious damage. She's at 2. I'll just add 5. No, put her up to 7. There. Awesome. Okay, so she got 1 successful hit. It does D8 for damage because she's using her monk staff, two-handing her monk staff. Not getting any bonus damage. I can add damage if I want to. Pretty much all I can do. Okay. Here we go. So minus 3 to this roll. I could add 3 more points of damage to it, but he's not gonna quite be dead. So I'm like, oh my god, dude, really? I have no way of adding extra damage to this. No. I'll just add the key point damage to it. How's everybody else doing on health? Oh, Abby needs help. I'll heal her after this, and I'll use all my key points to help. So she did no damage at all. And I'm gonna heal Abby using a bandage. So we're down to 9 bandages on her. And it's going to be, I'm using the glove, the healer's glove that she's wearing, so that's +1. She's also a field surgeon or a medical training, so she's getting +3, so that's +4 already. And I can also transfer some key points into this if I need to. So whatever I roll, +4 right now. Or actually, do I have to do it beforehand? No. Okay, so there we go, 5. So we're looking at 9 points of health. I'll spend a key point to make it 10. I'll spend a key point to make it 10, and I'll fully heal her. That'll give... health to Abby, and 50 points of experience for healing another character to Cheeto. Okay, that kind of worked out, I guess. That was a good roll. And that'll be it. This sucks because that one warrior is going to have a chance to go first. Luckily, he's not going to get +2 on his combat, though. That was only during the first turn of an ambush. But we do have to do our favorite thing. Okay, well, anybody new to Shadows of Brimstone? Doubles is a depth event. I can try to ignore this if I need to. And that's a double threes in... Where's Chio? In the mines. Okay, so the mines. Unfortunately, this happens to every character. So... Did the music stop? I think the music stopped. That's okay, we'll switch it to this one. Okay, so what we got is the mines. Creeping darkness. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. What the hell is going on outside? I could use Norse traveling pants to stop it, or attempt to stop it. But I'm probably gonna pass. So, damn. Okay, so we'll just put this away. We're taking the hit on this one because I'm holding on to those traveling pants in case we fail this mission. So we get another darkness card.
We are in trouble.
All mutant enemies are now +2 combat. Luckily, we don't have any mutants on us. Oh god, there's so many remains and plays cards. Alright. It's not the first turn of a combat or anything, so Abby's back down to initiative 6. These guys are 7. They get to go first. Or he gets to go first. He changes his target. Again, a 1-2 is Chio, 3 or 4 is Abby, 5 or 6 is Lester. This time he wants Annie, or Abby. So he turns right around and goes straight to Abby. He didn't like her getting healed up. And he's going to deal 2 combat. Uh, 4+. Alright, so he does get 1. Luckily, you don't have crit rolls. He is low on spirit, so he's not getting any bonus damage. Hold on a minute here. +2 damage on and from heroes with a spirit 3. Chio's a 3. She did an extra 2 points of damage against him. He should be at 3 wounds. What should have happened. There we go. Alright, so he gets a hit on Abby. Abby needs to roll a defense roll. She is a 4+, I believe. Yep, she's defense 4. Yeah. He does 3 points of damage. That's it. Just 3 points of damage. Ow. Alright, next up is Abby. She is kind of caught. She's going to try to make an escape test, unless she has a way to escape without... I sworn she had the ability to do it. No. Okay, so she's going to first roll for grit. So 2d6. She gets 1. You're probably going to need it. And she's going to take a fear test against those 3 guys. She makes 3 of them. She needs a 4+. That's 2 misses and 1 that actually makes it. So she takes 2 points of sanity damage. And then she's going to make an escape test of 4+. Nails it. So now at this point, she can huck dynamite. I really want her out of this room because she has to make... She's -1 to her rolls to hit. But she is a 3+. That sucks. Yeah, she's gonna... Oh, the dynamite's not a free attack, so... What will she do more damage on? The dynamite? I think she'd have a better chance of killing targets with their pistols right now. I'm gonna go for the dynamite. Okay, so she's gonna lob dynamite at the same spot earlier that we tried to throw a junk bomb at, like right here. I'm gonna see if she can throw some decent damage on them because it will ignore their defense. Problem is that they will all get to go after her. And they have so much dang health, man. They have so much health. Well, at least she's holding them down. Okay, so I think we're good. Alright, so she's got a grit. I'm going to probably end up holding on to that specifically for her defense rolls. So, she's going to throw dynamite at that very spot. And it's going to be -1 to the roll, so she's a 3+. She needs a 4+ to hit that spot. Come on, you can do this. Okay, she gets it. She got a 5. So she hit that very spot, hitting all 5 of those targets. They're not getting their defense rolls, so it's whatever I roll for damage against each and every one of them. So start with this guy down here, and we'll just kind of work our way up. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first guy takes 6 points of damage. We need a lot of tokens here. So he took 6 points of damage. The next one, 4 points of damage. I kind of feel like I'm wasting the dynamite, but this is actually kind of working out. Next one, 1 point of damage. And the next guy, 6 points of damage. Man, these are some good rolls. And finally, the next guy's taking 2 points of damage. He's number 2. So she set up some decent chunks of damage across the board here. And that's her turn. It's not a free attack, so that's all she could do. The Dread Inquisitors are probably next. Yep, along with Lester. But the Dread enemies always go first before heroes, unless you have special rules saying that they can be before the heroes can be before the Dread Inquisitor. All right, so Dread Inquisitor. Let's see. He's going to... Yep, all 3 of them are attacking again. They're all kind of stuck. It's actually kind of worked out, although some of them would actually move up a little bit. So this guy would move over here. They would all just kind of line up like this. So she's getting 3 attacks on her. They need 3 pluses. And the damage is what's the roll. So a 3 and a 5 damage hit. What we'll do is we'll say the blue is the 5, the red is the 3. She needs 4 pluses. And it makes neither one of them. So she's taking 8 points of damage total. She's hurting. Chio's gonna have to heal her up. Chio's probably gonna be beating the hell out of the guy in front of her. We need to get out of this room. Okay, they all have wounds. This is when I'm happy I have 10 icons, but I'm thinking I might need to make 5. I need to fix the 5 other ones. Okay, Lester's next. He's out of the room, so he's gonna roll for grit. He gets it. Oh hell yeah, Lester. Alright, so Lester gets a grit back. And he's going to shoot. He's gonna stay right there. His gun shoots, I think, 5 spaces. So who can he get with it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get at anybody within range. Okay, so I'm looking at that 6. He's getting 2 shots with a shotty. He's not in that room, so he's not -1. So he needs it's on ranged, right? Okay. So he needs 3 pluses for hits on these. That is 2 big crits. He doesn't have the gun belt anymore. If I put it on the Dread Inquisitor, the damage will be whatever I roll for crit, and they've only got 3 health left. So I'm gonna put one on the Dread Inquisitor that's got 6 wounds on him. Do I have a thing for rolling 1s on damage? I think it's just on hits. Yeah, to hit rolls. I'm gonna use the grit to reroll that. That's BS. I hate doing this, but that's crap. Alright, so I'm gonna spend 1 grit to reroll that 1. Big 1990, how you doing? Good to see ya. How's your Friday treating you? Sunday treating you. Sorry, good God. Alright, so it's gonna be whatever I roll for damage against that Dread Inquisitor again, and see if I don't get a 1 this time. Alright, so 4 points of damage. He's got 9 wounds, or he's got 6 wounds with 9 health already. He's dead. Was decent. I would take decent. Yeah, it's from the card cam. I should probably just turn it off now because I'm not really using it. Oh, actually, I'm using it for dice rolls. Yeah, so those little dots on the screen are from the Choco Milk with the lurk. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for lurk, man. Let me give you a shouty. Yeah, whenever I have the card cam on, like I don't have the lighting perfect, so I need to fix that. But when whenever I use the card cam and the lighting is like this, I'm getting these little freckles. I need a better screen is what I really need. Yeah, it is. And it's a pain. I'd like to get rid of it. But I guess I could just start rolling with the dice roller. Let me give Choco Milk a shouty. Yeah, everybody, I highly recommend if you're into. Oh my god, sorry, brain's fried right now. If you're into a variety of game streamers and somebody who builds a really great community, I definitely highly recommend checking out Choco Milk. He's got a great community, really great person, a lot of fun to watch. Again, I highly recommend it if you're into variety video games. So that dude's dead. He's number 7. And I'm going to be putting the... I get an extra attack because I killed an enemy. All right, so I again need a 3+. That's another crit. Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 7. I need to use the dice roller from here on out. I keep remembering. I keep forgetting. So I rolled a 7. That's another crit. So I got 2 hits that are crits right now. I might as well just start throwing them on these Dread Inquisitors. So that's already 40 XP on that one. I gotta remember this. So it's 40 XP with this guy. I'm going to be putting the next hit on, why not, the guy, another guy. He's within 5 spaces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. I'll put on the guy with 6 wounds. So that's going to be another D8 attack damage. 5 points of damage. He's got 6 wounds. 9 health. He's dead. Oh, also, I need to see if I can get some grit back. Kill an enemy, recover a grit on D6, roll a 4+. So I killed 2 enemies so far, so I need to roll 2 D6 on 4+. I get grit. I got 1. So, all right. Lester's doing a good job today, or at least now. All right, so we got 1 grit from Lester. He's got 1 last critical on this guy right here. Let me get rid of that icon next to him. It's number 4. So number 5 still has 4 hit points. I might as well go ahead and put that last shotgun shot into him. I do have a grit to reroll if I need to. Is that a 3? Dang. Not quite enough damage, but it could do a lot worse. I need to hold on to the grit, so we'll take it. That's 3 points of damage added to him. It's number 5. So he killed 2 enemies. He's getting 80 points of experience. Finally getting a little bit of XP here. Now that Hosho's not around. So that's Lester's turn. We're now going to move on to Geo. Geo is still held down. She's going to roll for grit. She needs a 6. She's going to do it. Doesn't get it. I'm going to try to get an escape test. Like, is there anywhere else I can put her? Yes. I need her to take down the guy next to her. Unfortunately, she's going to be a 5+ on her hits. This room is terrible. We need to get out of here. Okay, so she's going to get... You know what? Yeah, I will do an escape test. Why not? Why not? I'll move back 1 space. She's a 4+. This dude will not let her leave. Okay, so she's getting 2 combat at D6 to hit, D8 damage, because she's using her her monk's staff with 2 hands. She should also, we didn't fail the turn, but she should be getting back 1 extra point of key at the start of her turn. So she's at 7 key, so I can add some extra damage if I need to. So the problem is that she needs to make 5 pluses to hit. She does have grit, so I can use grit if I need to. Alright, I'm about to roll those. I need to roll d6s on this screen. Okay, so here we go. 2d6. I'm trying to think if I should could use a +1 roll. No, I'm not going to do it. She's going to roll 2d6. I need 5 pluses. I'm going to spend that grit that she's got. Okay, that's a crit. Unfortunately, he ignores crits. So it's going to be D8 damage minus... Or D8 damage minus... They're 3. Oh, wait, it's not them. I'm hoping she can take this guy down. So they're 3 defense right now. Ignore the void senses, by the way. Oh. So there are 3 defense, so it's going to be D8 minus 3, and she has key tokens that I can spend to add to the damage. I did spend a grit. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that I popped the canteen, so she's got a grit back. So now we're down to... No, we used it already. Okay, so she spent that grit. Okay, so she's D8 minus 3. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop all her key into this. Or 6 of her key into this. So, let's see. Minus 3 or minus 6. Ad break in 5 minutes, everybody. So she's down to 1 key, but she's getting +3 damage to this, so that means that's whatever I roll for the D8 damage. 3+, he's dead. That's more like it. Okay, so she did 7 points of damage. He only had 3 wounds left. He's gone. So finally, this guy's gone. That's going to give her 50 points of experience. We need to get off this tile because the plagued corpses, these guys here, are causing us to really just suck at attacking. That is number 3 we can get rid of. Okay. And that, I believe, is the end of the round. Keep wanting to roll dice. Again. I can't afford to do it this time. That's a growing dread card and it's gonna just pop. Seriously? Double 3s again? Oh. What do I want to do? Do I want to use the Norse Traveling Pants? I need a 3+ to ignore it. I really need to hold on to that in case we fail this mission, though. I'm not going to fail it. I'll use the Norse Traveling Pants. I'm taking a risk. 3+, we ignore the depth event. Hate this friggin' game. Alright. This sucks. Because it comes out instantly. What a waste. What a flippin' waste. Alright, we need to... This is the first time we get to use the Growing Dread, so I do need to shuffle the deck. But what sucks about this is that they come out instantly. Do they? No, they come out when... Let me make double sure here. Where did I put the book? Ah, there it is. I think they come out instantly, but I just want to make sure. Nope, they stack until we find the next layer. So this is something to look forward to when we get to the next layer. There's only 2 of them, so I'm not doing well. we do have one growing dread waiting for us. Well, at least I did advance twice. What am I talking? What am I thinking? All right, I was still about to say, at least we didn't fail. It's like, I'd rather have taken a fail. Okay. Ghost Warriors are gone. We don't have to worry about them anymore. So it's just the Dread Inquisitors. First is Abby. Oh, I forgot to heal. I forgot to heal her. Damn. Alright. I'm not going to take that back. I should have remembered to heal her. So, Abby's going to pop some... because they're going to go first, and they're going to continue attacking Abby. So, yeah, she needs to heal up. She's going to use... what does she have? Player plates, sheets. No longer has any bandages. Well, she does now. No longer has any junk bombs, but I'm going to spend one bandage off of her. It's going to give her back two. Well, I guess I should use this. 5. And then I'm going to spend one off of who's adjacent to her, Chio. I wonder why it does that. Dropping her to 8, granting... so we're at 5 already. 10. I think that'll be sufficient. Yeah, so... let's see, we had down to 9, 8... there we go. So she should be getting back 10 points of health. Problem is she won't get any experience because she's healing herself. This is why I wanted Chio to do it. That sucks. Alright, so start of her turn, she needs to roll for grit. Needs a 6. She's gonna roll an escape test of 5. She needs a 5+ against these guys? Good God. Okay, good. Get off this flippin' tile, please. 1, 2, 3. Who can she see in this tile? Just the middle of the tile, middle of the space, that middle of the space. So she can she see him? Yeah, she can see him. So she can see all of them. Who can she hit though is the question. She's got a 5 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can hit these 3 without any bonuses. This guy is within 1, 2, 3. So he can get, she'll get +1 damage against him. Yeah. Okay, so she's getting, I'm gonna have to roll these separately. She's not on the tile anymore, so she's back to 3 pluses. So she's getting 3+ on her main hand, 4+ on her offhand. Let's go ahead and roll those all together. So her main hand's getting 3 pluses. She rolls 4 dice on each. So that's 3 hits and 4 pluses on the other one. I really wish I could get crits. So we're looking at 5 hits total. Okay, we can take that. So 5 hits total. I'm just gonna put a little note here. We're going to go for the guy who's got +1 damage on him right now. Although it'd be better if we... let's try to kill off the guy who's got 7 wounds on him right now. So... she doesn't get criticals, so it's going to be -3 to these rolls. Yeah. So I need a 4+ to deal any damage. I think a 5+ will kill him, so... here's the first out of the 5. probably should just be going after the other guy. This wouldn't have done anything to the other guy either. Next attack. Dice roll's running really slow today. Welcome back to the ad break. Are you kidding me? Another one! Welcome back to the ad break, everybody. I am just... This sucks. I'm rolling poorly. We're down to 3 attacks. Here's the next one. Again, I just need... A 5+ would take him down. 4+ would deal A damage. Why is dice roll running so slow? I'm gonna have to refresh it. I'm gonna have to refresh it. It's running like crap. Okay, well, there we go. 6 minus 3, 3 points of damage. He's got 7 on him already. He's gone. Goodbye. So that's 40 XP right there. She still has 2 shots left. We're throwing them into the guy with 3 wounds. She's getting +1 damage to these, so it's -2 to these rolls. So here's the first one. So -2. 1 point of damage. -2. 3 points of damage. So we're looking at, what, 4 points of damage on this guy? Not quite dead. So number 5 is gone. Number 1 is now at a 7. Disappointing. I can't believe I rolled that many ones. Oh, actually, who am I kidding? Okay, so that's her turn. We're now moving on to those Dread Inquisitors. That's right, I need to bring the smoke down. Red Inquisitors are first. 2 of them are still on Abby. Actually, at this point, they should be rolling for random because before they couldn't reach anyone other than Abby. Actually, they should be still going after Abby, I guess. So those 2 are still going after Abby. The other one is going after, again, 1 or 2 is Chio, 3 or 4 is Abby, 5 or 6 is Lester. Can't believe we wasted the North Traveling Pants. I'm super pissed about that. Lester, which they can't do. Chio, he has to go after Chio because there's no spaces. Whoops. So one's going after Chio. The other 2 are going after Abby. So that's 2 combat, and whatever the combat roll is the damage output. So they need a 3+. So it's no matter what, it's a 3 or higher. So here's 2 attacks on Abby. So a miss, and then one that does 5 damage. Abby needs a 4+ defense save against this. She makes it, so nothing. The next one, I should move these up a little bit here. Sorry about that. Next one is going after Chio. Chio, he needs a 3+. 5 points of damage. Chio gets a 4+ defense against this, right? Yeah, she's a 3+ willpower, but a 4+ defense. Nothing. So they did absolutely nothing to anybody. Okay, good. Oh, wait. Dread Inquisitors are +1 defense for each growing Dread card in the stack. So they're now at a defense 4. Oh my god. Okay, so wow. Those 2 double 3 rolls really screwed us over and made them harder to kill. Alright. Lester's turn. Lester's going to roll for grit. Nothing. He needs to make a fear test. Abby needed to do a fear test as well earlier. 3 fear. She's a 4+. She saved them all. Lester is taking 2. And he is, I believe, also a 4+. Yes. Oh, he's taking 2. That's 1. He saves both of them. All right, so he didn't take any sanity damage from either of the fear. Neither did Abby. But now... ignore armor. He's going to get 2 shots with a shotty using D8 rolls, like he did earlier. And what else? That's it. What does he have for... Did he have grit? He does have 1 grit. So 2 rolls of D8. He needs 3 pluses. Come on, dice roller, you can do it. A hit and a miss. I have an inlay. We're re-rolling the miss. So a hit and a crit. So we got 1 hit and a crit. So the crit's gonna go... We'll say the regular hit's gonna go on the guy with 7. So their defense 4. Might be better if I just kill him off with a crit. If I put the crit on him, he's just dead. Because no matter what, I'd roll a 1 damage. Yeah, we'll do that. He puts the critical on the guy with 7 wounds. Actually, I still need to roll because I need to at least roll a 2+. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. This game mocks me. It mocks me. It flippin' mocks me. Every freaking time. Can I re-roll that? With a grit, I'm re-rolling it. I'm done with this. I'm spending that grit because that's BS. There. I'm re-rolling that. The game's making me do it. All right. He's dead. Come on. All right, so he's gone. I wasn't going to let that slide. Come on now. All right, so he's dead. I didn't do Abby's experience, did I? All right. So he gets 1 kill. He gets 1 shot extra. So he needs to make another shot. And with a D8 roll. That's an 8. Awesome. So that's a critical. And on top of that, on a D6 roll of 4+, he gets a grit back. He gets a grit back. All right. So let's roll the crit. Mad Arts! Dude, it is frustrating. Not having Hosho here is difficult, but what makes it worse is my rolls of 1s on just about everything. I'm having to spend all my grit on re-rolling 1s. So I do get a grit back with Lester. I'm probably going to end up spending it, but I'll just go ahead and put it in. It's good to see you, buddy. It was really fun playing Grounded 2 last night. I was thinking about jumping in on that tonight, since we got this... Oh, one of us has to at least jump in there and be the host, but the world will always be there. Now, the only one I do is on Lester. I have a flag that whenever I roll any 1s onto hit, I can re-roll that 1 of those 1s once per turn. It's just my hit rolls are fine. It's my damage rolls. So we have a crit and a regular hit with Lester on the guy right in front of him. I think his ability is only once per turn. Yeah, he gets the extra shot. So we'll put the critical on the guy that's got 4 wounds on him. So it's going to be whatever I roll for damage. I do have grit to reroll if I need to. I'm going to use the grit to reroll that. Why not? Why not? These guys, we need to kill them. I'm tired of fighting these guys. They're annoying as hell. I hate using grit. Oh, hold on. I might want to hold on to it. Screw it. No, we're doing this. Is it a good idea for me to do this? We really need the grit. We got a Growing Dread card. It's only 2 damage. Oh, I totally understand, man. When work's exhausting, you just want to kick your feet up. I totally get it. We need the grit, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Did 2 points of damage. Number 2. I hope you had a good day at work, man. Still alive with 3 points of health. Here's the regular shot, -4, because they are right now a 4 defense for the Growing Dread card. Well, there we go. All right, so -4, it's 4 points damage. He's got 10 wounds on him now. He is dead. Goodbye, buddy. So that is another 80 points of experience for Marshall. The Marshall needed it bad. He needs to catch up. Honestly, it's pretty good and easy with the new position, but it is a lot more mental than anything. So, what did they... You said they pushed you to something else. Are you managing people at this point? Or managing... Why don't you tell me a few things about it? This guy's still alive over here. I'll go ahead and move the camera up. You don't really need to see those markers right now. Okay. And that's Lester's turn. We now move on to Chio, who is unfortunately in that room. Who needs healing? Nobody? Okay, so she's probably... She'll make a... You know what she's going to do? She's going to do a grit roll, and then I'm just going to see if she can do an escape. So here's the grit roll. Please get a 6. We need grit. We need it bad. Nope. Okay, so, and then that's the roll for the escape. That's a 5. She gets it, so she's just gonna reposition right here. It's not gonna really do anything because she's still -1 to all her rolls because of the Vile Plague card that's making it -1. So she's gonna need a 5+ on her hits against this guy. She only gets 2 dice. She has no way of re-rolling any of this. That's 2 hits. Okay. I'll take it. 2 hits at D8 damage. Unfortunately, again, they are defense 4, so it's -4 to all my rolls. I do get a key back. And I can add a point of damage if I want to. I just don't know if it's worth it. He still has 8 hit points left. Okay, so I'll just roll some out. Here's the first one. I don't have any way of adding damage to this other than key. No. Okay. That kind of sucks. But she's all about healing anyway, so she's an amazing healer. So here's the first one. I might add key to it if I need to. So -4. -4. 1 point of damage. Okay. We'll take it. I need to find her some better gear. So she's got 1 health added, so she had 2 wounds. Okay. End of the round. Taxi with a raid! Oh, wow, this stuff's not going off? There's something wrong with my raids. Taxi, thank you so much for the raid, and raiders, welcome to TNT Tabletop. We primarily play a game, as you're seeing right now, called Shadows of Brimstone. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically just Diablo in a board game setting where you're playing in the Old West, feudal Japan era, and all that. And you're taking on Lovecraftian horror, sci-fi, and all that. Texie, thank you so much and welcome. I hope you had a good stream. Right now, we're I mean, not exactly getting our butts kicked, it's just my rolling is just absolute trash. But yeah, again, I hope you had a great stream. And raiders, everybody, if you got a raid run, totally understandable. Don't worry about it. Just thank you so much for the raid and hanging out. I really need to put these monitors closer. Leo's Fermi, how you doing? I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, the game, it's a pretty sweet game. I created this whole interface to kind of just match up with the game. You can change health and everything on the go as we're playing. So this way it's all kind of visual for you all to see as we're playing this game. I did, thank you. Was playing Hoshoryo from Gears of War. Oh, the board game. That's right, I forgot Fantasy Flight made the board game. Oh, that's awesome. See, I've got I ended up selling all of my, not all of it, but a big chunk of my Fantasy Flight collection, and like years ago when I moved. And I'm regretting it because I had Mansions of Madness, and oh my god, the original Mansions of Madness was amazing. And Arkham 2.0. I do have 3.0, and I think Massive Darkness is Kusimon. Star Wars, Outer Rim, and a couple other things. And there's a couple other games that I want to build, like this kind of interface that you're seeing. I kind of want to build stuff like this for other games. Like once I get this thing polished up, I want to introduce other games into this stream. But for now, with Shadows of Brimstone, it's like D&D and all that. Leveling up characters, you have skill trees, and unfortunately all my characters are pretty far away from leveling right now. And as a matter of fact, we have a dead character, and you can't see it, but it's you know what, I'll just turn off his card since he's dead. It's this guy right here. So I'll just turn off his card now that I'm thinking about it. It doesn't need to be on, he's dead. But anyway, again, everybody, thank you so much for coming over to the stream, hanging out. We're actually currently pretty much at the end of the battle. We're about to do a hold back the darkness roll, which happens at the beginning of every single turn in this game. What it is basically we're going further into this dungeon, and as we're going into it, this darkness is coming out trying to destroy the countryside, the towns we go to, trying to stop us from succeeding. And every time we fail that little purple die that you see here on this bar goes this direction, which is bad. The yellow one that's on this thing is us going further and further down. So we're only 3 rooms in, and the purple one is already nearly out. Yes, it's based on content from the first 2 Gears of War video games. Personally, I would have preferred if they'd waited until Gears of War 3 had come out, but alas, we get what we get. Yeah, no. Have you ever played the God, it makes me wish I picked up the Gears of War one. But have you ever played the Doom when they released Doom? I remember when they released Doom, it was so cool. I loved the whole card-based combat. I thought that I mean, it's still, there's still like a level of luck in what you're getting in your draw, but I am so bad at dice rolling that when I play card games, I get more excited because I feel like I can still be a little bit tactical or a little more strategic with my card pulls. That's another one I got too, is Fallout. I need to play Fallout. I picked up Fallout and everybody said it sucked, and then an expansion pack came out that added a co-op mode, and everybody said now the game's great. So I'm like, I've got it sitting up in my closet, and I'm like, one of these days I need to pull that thing out. Yes, I've got the 2004 Doom, the board game, but not the 2016 incarnation. Ah, okay. I think it's what I had, was the 2016 one. It was really good, the card-based stuff. So you had the Doom 3, right? Doom 3, the board. I know they came out with the Doom 3, the board game, and then later on they came out with the one that came out with, well, not exactly with, but just shortly after the remake, as you were saying, the incarnation of the new one, or the new style. Okay, so we gotta roll dice. So 2d6, add them together, we need a 7+. At least it wasn't double ones. That's still a fail. We are not doing good. We are not doing good at all. Okay, so we're doing good in this battle, but that's not great. So start of the turn, we have Abby up. She's got her dual pistols, and she's going to roll for grit first. So she needs 2d6. Any A6 will give her a grit back. No. It's so easy for her to do it too. The 2004 Doom, the board game, was reportedly based on the Doom 3 video game. Yep. From what I read, I also bought the only expansion that came out for it. Oh, okay. See, I never had the luck. I didn't pick up the Doom 3 version of the board game, like the one that you've got. I've always seen it on the shelves. I just never got around to picking it up. But I don't know if I don't think Fantasy Flight still makes the new one. They kind of dropped a lot of their games recently. But I remember really enjoying it. But it plays like I'm pretty sure it plays like the other one, where someone's taking control of all the monsters and game mastering while you have other players playing as the characters. But I like the idea of the card-based actions and everything. I thought that was really cool. So Abby's gonna go first. She's getting 4 shots with her right hand, 4 shots with her left hand. So we'll roll them separately. So we need. Oh, hold on a minute here. I can mix these together. So the white set. No, I'll do them separately. So the white set. This set's gonna be 3 pluses. I really need to give her that ability to give her crits. I'm just being really stupid. So we got 4 hits there. And then 4 pluses on these. Come on, dice roller. Wow. Okay, so 5 hits total. Okay, that's good. So 5 hits total. He's a defense 4. What am I gonna do? He's a defense 4. I'm just gonna make 5 attacks at -4. We need to deal at least 7 points of damage. So here's the first one, -4. I need 5 pluses. You know what? I'll just roll them all out. Wow. 2 damage. That 4 defense is killing me here. Oh, wait, hold on. No! It's -3 because she's getting -1 from that. So it's -3 instead, so it's still... Yeah, still, I rolled piss poor. So, -3, 2 points of damage. She's getting 1 extra damage from her laser sight that she has on the gun that we have attached. But that's it. They're not demons. So that's 2 points of damage on number 6. Dude, what is up with my dice rolling today? He's still alive. He gets to go. He's after Chio, too. Alright, so he's gonna get... I swear, man, you found some Yu-Gi-Oh! Ancient puzzle. And it came with the curse with the dice gods. It really did. Alright, so he's getting 1 attack. 3 plus. And whatever the roll is the damage. He misses. I should have done this. Alright, so Lester's next. Lester, come on, buddy. He needs a grit roll of 1. Needs a 6. Come on, buddy. On my screen, that 6 was just rolling around. So he doesn't get that. But he does get 2 shots with the shotty since he didn't move. And he has an inlay, so he can reroll any a single missed die. If he rolls a 1, we can use the flag to actually reroll that 1. Did anything come up? Oh. Oh, that's nice. So 1 regular hit and a big crit. Oh, it's face off. I just see Chio ducking down as like he's just got the shotgun right in the dude's face. But let's see how the damage rolls are first. Okay, so the crit going right through the damage, so it's whatever I roll for damage. We don't have the Gunslinger's gun belt anymore, so I can't add +2 damage to this. I do have grit to reroll, but I need to hold on to the grit. So the crit is going to deal this much damage, whatever I roll. Do I have any way of adding to that? I don't. It was almost on that one. I was about to freak out. All right, so straight up. Yeah, Chio just ducks down. You just see him holding the shotgun right as she does it. Blows the head off this Dread Inquisitor, and he's dead. It's over. It's over. God. All right, so we got 40 points of experience. We can get rid of that icon there. That is number 6. Oh, God. I need a drink. Okay. And that means... Where did I put the victory music? There they are. All right. Oh. We defeated 2 enemy groups. So that means we get 2 loots a pop. We'll go ahead and put those cards away. So, oh, this is perfect. So Abby and Lester went this turn, so they get the basic version of Catch Your Breath. Chio did not go, meaning I can give her a grit, which would give us enough grit to get rid of the Growing Dread card. Thankfully, I held on to Lester's grit. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll spend 1 grit from Abby. 1 grit. Whoops. 1. Did I click the right button? Hold on a second here. Input deduct. I don't know how to navigate my own system, I swear. So 1 grit from Lester. And then that extra grit I got for Chio, we're spending that. Getting rid of this stupid Growing Dread card. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the cam too, so you can actually see the card. All right, so this is what we would have gotten. Shadows from the deep. The deepest places of the world hold the darkest secrets and the deadliest foes. The darkness works tirelessly to dredge the darkest shadows of the deep. During the next or current fight, every enemy gains +1 health, while the darkness is the lowest stage of the death track. +2 health while in the middle, and +3. Wow, we're already in the middle. Well, thankfully, we don't have to worry about that card, right? I need to fix the lighting so that the green screen will work properly. Oh, all right. Now everybody gets 2 loot. We'll start with Chio and work our way to the right. $150 and 40 XP. There we go. Next is Abby. I might have to call it after this. 50 XP, 1 Darkstone, and 50 gold. And then finally we got Lester. You know what's funny is I had like that animation of the scavenging and the loot, the chest coming down and stuff. It's like one of the first animations I built for this stream, and I'm looking at it all the time thinking I should probably change it up a little bit, but I kind of like it. I still kind of like it. All right, so 50 XP. 1 Darkstone, and $100. Wow, no gear, nothing. Interesting. Okay, so we still have 1 more mine to find. But I'm thinking We might pick this up another time. I'll see about tomorrow. If I can get time in tomorrow to continue the rest of this adventure. We have one more mine to find with one more pack of these guys. The Ghost Warriors. Who are pretty nasty. They ignore crits. Anything that ignores crits has toughness or endurance. Well, toughness is ignoring crits. Toughness and endurance. I just... Oh, those enemies. Or have armor. Alright, any enemy that's just hard to kill sucks. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. And, I think we're at a good spot to where we can, next time, do Hold Back the Darkness. Probably fail it. Have a Hold Back the Darkness test. And try to find that last mine that we're looking for. Oh, no matter. Thank you and everybody else for showing up and hanging out on the stream. And again, everybody who... Hexy for the raid, and of course everybody who hung out and during the stream. Thank you so much. It means an awful lot when you all hang out and watch the stream. Let's see. Still some things I want to add. I actually created a whole new checklist of things I need to fix and add. And once I'm done with that, I'm moving on to another project. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Let's see who we can raid into. There we go. Okay, we got Le Parcours. They're playing Sea Beasts. Or it says Sea Beast Sunday. Playing on Tabletop Simulator. Okay. Lance is on? I might go ahead and raid us into Lance, because I'm not really seeing anybody on the board game section. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid into Lance. He's currently playing. Oh, that's right. He's playing Mass Effect. Okay. Go ahead and start the raid there. Everybody, again, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see about setting up a stream tomorrow, because I really want to finish this mission, get it over and done with, because Tuesday we're going to have our paint stream. I'm probably just, what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to finish up the, do the bases of the what do they call it? The spectral hordes that we were working on the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to finish their bases up, put them aside, bring out a new set of models. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. I do have a whole bunch of them. I need to start setting up polls again so that you all can decide what it is that I'm painting. But tomorrow, we'll see. I might try to set something up. But anyway, again, thank you all so much. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. If not, definitely Tuesday for a paint day. So until then, you all have yourselves a wonderful Sunday evening.